Canada still to drop a game. Bahrain want to exact revenge on the last encounter they had with Canada. So there's so much to play for between both the sides. We are witnessing all these matches happen at the Oman Cricket Academy, and just the right time as well to go down. Shoaib Ahmed with both the captains for the toss.
It is time to flip the coin and find out who does what in the second game of the evening. It is Canada taking on the Bahrain. I've got the star cast to my left, the captain of Team Canada, Saad bin Zafar. Right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Haider Ali. And on to his left is the captain of Bahrain, Sarfaraz. The home team for this game is Canada. And hence, Saad is going to flip the coin. Khanjar is the call. It is Khanjar. So, Sarfaraz, you've won the toss. फिर से बोलिए एक बार.
Elector to ball first.
क्या रीजन है? ड्यू एक फैक्टर है?
थोड़ा सा ड्यू फैक्टर है, लेकिन हमारा पहले भी जो मैच था उसमें थोड़ा सा हमारा चेज में बॉलिंग थोड़ा सा हुआ, तो इसलिए हमारे लिए.
ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस से आप काफ़ी खुश होंगे अपनी टीम के?
टीम के लिए बहुत खुश हूँ. अपनी टीम अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस कर रही है.
टीम में कोई चेंजेस है?
नो ओनली वन चेंज इज शेयर इज ड्रॉप, दानिश इज कम.
All the best.
Thank you.
Saad, they are bowling first. I'm sure you would have loved to bowl as well.
Yeah, I would have liked to bowl first, but I'm happy with batting first as well. I think as a batting unit, we're doing really well. So just trying to repeat what we have been doing, post a good total somewhere around 200 and then try to defend it.
What do you think about the wickets here? You've been scoring left, right and centre as a team, 190 plus in all the 3 games.
Yes, the wickets have been really amazing. The ball comes onto the bat really nicely. It's really good for the T20 game in general. You want to see high scoring games, so no complaints with the wickets.
Team news.
Just one change, Sana comes in for Oman.
All the best, give us a good game.
Thank you very much.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Bahrain have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
The due factor is something most teams take into account. Let's take a look at the playing 11s for Canada. Captain Mercurial Saad Zafar. Aaron Johnson, the centurion from the last game. He's been a man on fire. Pargat Singh has been very impressive. Sri Mantha teaming up really well with Aaron Johnson. Harsh Thakur, Matthew Spoors, Ravindra Pal Singh as well brought in a lot of batting in the last game. Nikhil Datta, Dylan Haliger, Kaleem Rahman and Amar Khalid comprise of the pace attack. For Bahrain will be Sarfaraz Ali, the captain. Ahmed Nasir, Sohail Ahmed in prime form. David Matthias will need to strike some form in this game. Haider Ali has looked good as well. Then you have Veera Pathiran, Imran Anwar, Mohammad Butt, Imran Khan, Sachin Kumar and Danish Jasnaik. So Bahrain winning the toss, deciding to bowl first, and just the right time to also welcome my co-commentator sitting beside me, Suhas Wedam.
Thank you very much, Mikhail. Very good evening to everyone watching. Canada taking on Bahrain for the second time in Mazaplay.net Desert Cup T20I Series. Would this be a repeat of what happened the previous time, or do we have a different winner this time around? Canada on a streak. Bahrain would want to continue theirs too. We're coming to you live from the beautiful Al Amarat Cricket Stadium in Oman, and it assumes a different kind of beauty under lights. Out walk the 2 openers of Canada, Srimanta Vijayratne and Aaron Johnson. Both them have notched up the runs required under their belt to gain confidence for this big encounter, Mikhail.
Oh yes, what a top order this has turned out to be for Canada, and interestingly, they have looked strong across all lines. You've seen the lower order coming and getting runs in their captain in that game against Bahrain, where he went on to win it in the last over. The top order getting centuries. Sri Mantha as well promoted in the batting order, getting 50s and good starts. Partnership of over 100 in the last game. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain of Bahrain, is aware that he's up against a very strong side, and a wicket early will certainly put them in the driver's seat. But watch out for these two. They don't take time to set themselves up for a big score.
He's taking the middle stump guard to start with. And the West Indian way of taking guard as well. The big man from Jamaica now calls Canada his home, and notches up the runs in British Columbia cricket too. Aaron Johnson in his debut tour, 122 that average in his 4 matches, 244 runs, an unbelievable strike rate of 163, and it's only going to get better, you feel, every time you watch him play. Mohammad Butt, with an economy of 5.45. It's priceless to have a bowler of this kind, especially operating in the power play, isn't it?
And not surprisingly, as captain, you'd want to attack because you have a bowler who's not just contained but also taken wickets.
Hari Krishna would be officiating this game. The umpire.
Let's play.
Hari Krishna signals play. We'll take a look at the field as well as slip in place. 5 on the off inside the circle, mid-on and a deep square leg in position as well. And immediately some movement and tentative there as well by Aaron Johnson. He'll take his time.
Well, I think he was certain that he wanted to leave it. He's understood the amount of bounce here in Oman, and he wanted to shoulder arms to this one. But what a good start for Rizwan. And as you rightly mentioned, a bit of movement. Not extravagant movement, a bit of movement. That sort of brings the slip into play. Extravagant movement looks good on television. Slight movement gets you the wickets.
Just trying to chase that. That one leaving the right-handed batter. Hari Krishna says marginally acceptable in his limits.
The idea was to keep it outside his zone. Rizwan, well, I think it was further swinging away. No chance for Aaron Johnson. He wanted to see Hari Krishna's arms spread on either side. He's got to curtail better, Rizwan, but he's got the goods. He can deliver the goods.
Just did it find some kind of tickle? Not really. This time it's a wide, believes Hari Krishna. Just felt it got something on the way, but he's the best man to give a call.
Down the leg side. That's a very good collect by Nasir. Very good collect. Otherwise, that's running away for 4 with the pace that Rizwan's got. That's the first run as well for Canada. What a delivery. He did lose his style on the way, but didn't lose his focus. Inviting Aaron Johnson into the drive.
Didn't lose his line at all. Very good delivery. Invite the batter into the drive. Draw him forward. He's getting the ball to move both ways, Rizwan, and this will certainly create a doubt in Johnson's mind as well.
How late is he starting to move the ball as well? Aaron Johnson had already committed himself into the shot. It's a peach of a delivery.
This time has it taken an inside edge. They believe he's standing his ground. The finger goes up. Johnson out, the centurion in the last game, has to walk back without troubling the scorers. What a big wicket this is, and what a big moment in the game.
2 swinging away and 1 that swung inwards. Aaron Johnson going for the flashy shot. An underage would seal the deal. That's a good pouch. Once again, it's a planned wicket. He set him up. Who said setting up is not allowed in T20 cricket? Canada for the first time lose an early wicket. And maybe a different script this time as Aaron Johnson departs for 0. 1 for 1 Canada.
What a moment. Rizwan, he's got the ball to move both ways, and in the process, he may have taken the biggest scalp. Matthew Spoors has been shunted in this batting order. 3 down, 4 down, opening, and now he's come at number 3 for his side. 1 down. Can he make it count? Another very fine batter in the side. Watchfully defended, but we have to go back to the previous deliveries before that dismissal of Johnson. It was beautifully set up, Suhas, as you mentioned. He kept the batter guessing, just never allowed him. We look at this one, slight movement into him. This one way outside, which meant that it was leaving him. Then this one down the leg side, again it was coming into him. And this time around, a hint of late movement that left him. And this one, deviation off the surface and gets an inside edge. Top bowling by Rizwan, an exponent of fine swing. Another delivery that leaves the right-hander. What more can you ask from your top bowler? He starts off so well. He takes the big wicket of Johnson. After over number 1, it's 1 for 1. A different situation here for Canada. They've never found themselves where Aaron Johnson has been in the dugout in the very first over. They've always had great starts, but today, Sri Mantha and Spurs will have to work out a different strategy. Imran will bowl the second over. Bahrain sensing and anticipating a much better bowling effort this time around against Canada.
100% Mikhail. 33 years of age, Srimanta. Came back to play cricket for Canada after he said, alright, I'm going to hang my boots. Just tells you how interested he is and how much he was missing this sport that's given him so much. Srimanta Vijayaratne. Imran Khan in his 5 matches has bagged 5 wickets. An economy of 7 is decent indeed if you're operating in the power play. He's such a utility bowler, Imran Khan. What I love about him is the fact that the captain uses him whenever he wants. If he wants one in the middle overs, he's okay with it. If he wants him to bowl in the death, he still delivers. And in power play, he loves to bowl anyways. Two very contrasting kinds of batters out there. Srimanta Vijayaratne, very unorthodox. Matthew Spurs from Adelaide, who thinks twice before being cheeky.
Just hurrying the batter on this occasion, generating an extra bit of pace on that. So Bahrain have begun well. They're just sticking to those channels.
You mentioned the word channel. And I think that is the word that the coach Ashish Kapoor would have also mentioned before this game began. Just be at it. Lots of encouragement coming from the slip as well. David Matthias, he's searching for some runs. Would expect this game to be the one that he's waiting for. So much movement. You've got to love what this keeper is up to. It was a difficult task for the batter to negotiate it, let alone the keeper, who had to dive towards his left because movement occurred after it went past the batter. This is where it started. Would you believe it? It started on top of off stump, and look where he's collected it, Mikhail.
And he's done a very fine job of it as well. He's been impressive behind the stumps.
He didn't go with one hand. He went at it with both the gloves.
I'll tell you what, this white ball is doing something under lights.
It's the only one that has started to score.
This is a change in strategy as well to promote Matthew Spurs. I guess the plan is simple. You lose an early wicket, you send someone like Spurs. If you lose a wicket later, then you can send batters who are rather more aggressive.
Absolutely right. When you want to build an innings, you want someone who's been through the grind. He's played on bouncy tracks as well. Matthew Spurs. We call it the Badrinath effect from CSK's point of view. Oh, that's a good shot. That's the best shot to open your account as well. Freeing his arms quite literally. Srimanta Vijayaratne has announced, yes, I'm here with a bat in hand indeed.
And first runs from the bat for Canada as well, coming from the willow of Srimanta. Short and wide. And I'm sure Srimanta will not be complaining. Just helps him get off pressure as well. He's been kept quiet for a while.
Final delivery to finish the second. Can he make a good comeback, Imran? That's much better. Dot ball to finish the second. 2 overs gone. 6 for 1.
It's been a quiet start so far for Canada. Reason being, Aaron Johnson is back in the dugout. Spoors and Srimant are now rebuilding. Bahrain have begun really well.
Very good delivery and compactly played, leaving no gap between bat and pad. As I told you. Now this is where Spoors is out there in the first place. Aaron Johnson throwing his bat at this one, soon realizing the under edge has misbehaved, and Rizwan could sense that this keeper is not going to drop anything that comes his way.
That celebration told a story. Nicely just played off the mark with a single towards third man. And I'll tell you what, you spoke about being a compact player. And I guess the best part about T20 cricket is the transition from being a compact player to an impact player calls for hardly any time when the situation demands. And that's where the greatness of a T20 cricket is also highlighted to us.
It's a very deep topic indeed that you've touched upon. And what I like about it off late is the fact that the coach just lets you be and lets you choose the path. Similar delivery, you would react differently according to different situations. Oh, this one looks close as well. This one is close indeed. The finger's gone up. Srimanta Vijayratne is searching for an answer. That one hurried him.
Well, Rizwan is riding on a sea of confidence. He's in red hot form, may I add. Once again, the ball holding its line, playing in the crease, caught on the back foot, caught in front. No hesitation whatsoever for Hari Krishna to raise his finger, and Rizwan knew it the moment it trapped Srimanta. He walks back for 4 in 7. Canada in deep trouble, 7 for 2 in the third. Very unlike Canada's starts that they've had in the previous games. Bhargat Singh walks it at a time, where the dugout would have sent him with a clear message: stop the flow of wickets, build a partnership.
He's got a chance to make a good new best. Go over 27, a strike rate of 123. He's got to not free his hands at the moment. He's got to look at the scorecard here. Or do you feel the first 6 overs are to go for the big shots? But ball swinging, you got to respect this bowler. Rizwan. This is a masterclass of swing bowling. And under lights, as Mikhail mentioned, there's something happening to this magical sphere of white. Big shout. And umpire reckons that would have crashed into the stumps indeed.
He's not express pace, may I add. But what he's consistently doing is pitching it in the right areas and getting that new ball to move. Once again, inviting the batter into the drive, into the push. This is swing bowling of very high exhibition, let me tell you. And Rizwan is certainly drawing attention.
Terrific length. Once committed, he had to go at it. Bhargat Singh receives fantastic deliveries up front. You got to be patient here. I think, Mikhail, you just got to tell, well, the opposition's on top. This is brilliant bowling indeed. Let's give them the first 15 minutes and try and get going after that.
And I'll tell you what, in the process, Sarfaraz Ali, the captain, will be delighted to have won the toss as well. 3 gone, it's 7 for 2.
It's an ITW Prodigy production, TPT 360 production. Pargat Singh and Spurs, they've got to mend this innings now. A different script today. And Veerapadiran Sadhya. Veerapadiran Satya. Oh, good one. This one's... There's some movement off the deck as well. Direct hit and he was a goner. Pargat Singh was trying to arrive at the crease. So was Nisar from opposite directions. It required a direct hit to send him back to the pavilion because the backup hadn't arrived, Mikhail.
I just like the way he got quickly onto the ball. The Haider Ali, so quick to release it as well. He was a goner, you're right, Suhas. And that's why he's called for a conference in the pitch with his partner Spurs. Haider Ali knows he had come so close to running out Pargat Singh. The last thing Canada need right now is a wicket through a run out. They need to build from here on.
What was surprising to see for me is the fact that it wasn't Spurs' call. It was Pargat Singh's call. But Spoor, having been the man who's hit it, he knew how hard he's hit it and how quickly it'll reach to the fielder. And Satya, just a hint of swing, there's something on it, is what the keeper was trying to suggest. The slip joined in, but white ball signaled, as the umpire didn't hear anything at all. Mikhail, I'll tell you what, Satya is not just swinging the ball, but he's also making some movement off the deck. If you look at the first ball, that is. That's a dangerous concoction.
Oh, so slips and it's been put down. Matthias had a simple catch coming at him. And he's given Pargat Singh another life. Surviving a run out, then dropped in the slips as well.
Right on cue. We were discussing how dangerous Satya can be with his short run-up as well. Hurried onto it, trying to grab it rather than allowing it to come to him. David Matthias has put a simple one down. Canada would have been in deep trouble had it been 10 for 3. Those are easy pickings. That'll vent the pressure as well. This will even more so vent the pressure. 2 runs taken.
Just trying to realize what happened in the field out there. Put in the slide, but he just landed on his knee. And he could be in a little bit of pain or discomfort. But in the process, there you can see Haider Ali didn't quite make that landing properly. And that's why that impact on the knee would be hurting him.
Bahrain cannot afford to lose him at this stage. They know how important his wrists are, how important he is. Now this should have been taken, Mikhail.
Oh yes, 9 out of 10 times you place your best fielder in the slips for catches like this.
He is one. He's got the one to the biggest span. But now, of course, it's been changed. It doesn't do... Oh, there's something on it. There's something on it indeed. What is it today with Canada's batters and their blades? Haven't found it yet.
And it could have easily read wicket number 4 had Matthias taken that catch. But Spurs, that was short and wide, got that extra bit of elevation off the deck. And a thick edge that went straight to the wicketkeeper, who makes no mistake. Nasser has looked impressive. Wicket number 3 goes. No movement there by Spurs. He realizes it. Canada in deep trouble as they lose their third. Well, Canada find themselves in some sort of trouble. For the first time in this competition, their batting is tested, their depth will be tested, their middle order will be asked a few questions. Harsh Thakur makes his way to the middle, a best of 28, strike rate of 190. But today they'll want him to stay and grind and get some runs for his side. Look at that for the ball asking questions. He's been hit in a little bit of discomfort, but that white ball off the surface and in the air has done a lot. We'll take a look at this catch once again.
Just threw his bat at it. There was no intent as he wanted to play the shot as well. Just threw his bat at it. He believed that he's already gauged the bounce on this wicket as well. There's a hint of movement and a thick edge. Oh, the feet didn't move at all. And that means you got to walk. Would you believe it? For someone who was so compact, Mikhail.
For someone who's playing so close to his body, he didn't move his feet at all. They were rooted when he tried. He had to reach out to it for that slash and couldn't quite do it.
Just get a feeling, had he left it, would that have been a wide? Would that have been a wide? Dot ball to finish the over. A successful one for Veerapadhiran. 4 overs gone. 12 for 3.
The Desert Cup T20I Series coming to you live on these networks in your territories. Sportsai, Fanco, Ratrangi, Ullu, Ultra, Willow, Geo Super and Geo as well. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production. The quadrangular series, and what a match we are having. Canada all over the place have lost 3 early wickets within the first 4 overs. Again, just about leaving the edge, but did it carry to the wicket keeper? Just dropped short of him. The bowler started celebrating. Imran believes that it had carried.
Wonderful delivery. It's not just the ones that are swinging away, troubling the batters. It's also the one that are holding its line now. How impressive has this man been, diving towards his left and right, and when the edges did come to him, pouched it to perfection. Bhargat Singh and Harsh Thakur under pressure. If fans are waking up in Winnipeg, Edmonton, that's about 9 o'clock there perhaps in the morning. They do not want to see this. 12 for 3 Canada.
It's not a good morning for them for sure. But still a lot of time left in this game and Canada can actually redeem themselves. Gives the charge, tries to cover the angle and swing. Just that may have hit him outside the line. That's one way of just negating the swing.
But a very dangerous way, Mikhail. He's shown all the 3 stumps in the bargain. That's a tight call. It's just that he had already walked out so much. And the impact was also marginal. On the off stump or outside off stump. Again, a big question. That's in the gap. And that's struck crisply as well. He's trusting the outfield. Rizwan's dive. Oh, well, it's his own body that has taken it further. Wanted to push it back into play, not to himself.
And what you understand from here is that Bhargat Singh is just trying to move around, rather move forward to negate the swing and get closer to the ball. There you can see again giving a charge, this time in the gap. It was a very good effort by Danish. He put in that slide as well, but the finish was missing.
So true, Mikhail. The finish was missing. It's not like he doesn't know how to do it. He's done that many a time, but the finish was missing. Oh, good one. This one came back in very sharply. What do you think about this approach of going near the ball to negate the swing, but in the bargain showing your stumps?
Well, as far as he does not lose his leg stump, it's all good, because if that happens, it will look very ugly as well.
But the battle is clear. Bhargat Singh versus Imran's swing. I think he expected him to dance outside off this time, Mikhail. Oh my God. I love this battle within a battle. How much are you enjoying this?
Totally. Bhargat Singh and Imran just about creating a small little story of theirs. This time around, he does not move forward and shuffle. And I guess wisdom prevailed over there, because that would have really exposed that leg stump.
I think he would have taken the leg stump indeed. That was very well bowled. Cricket is mind games galore. Once that single, he has to hurry, and does so. Finishes really well, does Imran. He's asked questions, but 10 of it owing to that boundary. 5 overs gone, Canada, 18 for 3. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production. Thanks to them, you're watching these wonderful pictures. Oh, this one came in sharply too. How did it miss the stumps? That's the riddle that everyone's got to answer. Change in voices to take you through what's been an exciting game of cricket so far and will continue to be. We've got Shoaib Ahmed and looks like I'm going to continue for a while. Shoaib, warm welcome to the Combox. Every time someone's swinging the ball, we're just searching for you, Shoaib.
I've enjoyed that bowling performance from Bahrain, and as you rightly mentioned, the ball is doing a bit under lights, and they've made full advantage of that condition.
Absolutely right. Must be heartwarming to see a slip in there. Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss. Harsh Thakur wanted to borrow or wanted to script his own story, not look at 20 for 3.
Yes, sometimes the best form of attack is just some more attack. And that is what they're doing right now.
Swing of the bat versus swing of the ball. And what I love about this field as well from Bahrain is the fact that it's not conventional. That slip is not conventional. Or this one was picked up wonderfully well. That shall shift some momentum towards Canada and will inject optimism into the batting.
Short ball and deserved that treatment. Harsh Thakur, he is not going to miss out on that. Very quickly latched on to that length and played it towards square leg. Beautiful shot, 4 runs.
He's got to remain optimistic there. Harsh Thakur, the highest run scorer for his club, JB Masters. He's played the bigger format, of course, so he's got to throw caution to the winds here while he approaches this. Just as we speak, just goes through with this one as well. Couple of bounces into the fence. Best form of attack is
to attack. Yeah. And that is what Harsh Thakur is doing. Anticipated that length this time from Satya. It was a short ball earlier, and now he was expecting that full ball to come in, and so he was ready to play that over mid-off. Satya has proven to be a little expensive just because he's not bowling the right lengths. If he can get that line and the length right, he does seem to be a very difficult bowler to score runs off. Nicely tucked away towards square leg. Will only be a single, and that will also bring the over to an end. 6 overs have been bowled. Canada are 29 for 3.
Mention that.
Right, so the power play in progress. The 6 overs that have been belonging to Bahrain, wickets galore, some really good seam movement off the deck and also in the air. And that was the last boundary hit by Harsh Thakur. So just at the fag end of the power play, we've seen some aggressive batting from Harsh Thakur. Imran Javed been introduced into the attack, and there's a change in the combox. Joining me now as Suhas Vedam takes a break, a well-deserved break. It is Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Shoaib Ahmed, and thank you, Suhas Vedam. And it's been a great start for Bahrain. Imran Anwar has got plenty of experience. Going on a back foot and playing it. But it's just that great start for Bahrain, and Canada wouldn't have thought that they'll lose the man in form too early in the game.
So persisting with medium pace, Bahrain, they've got the results in the first 6 overs from their fast bowlers, and hence they want to continue with a left arm seamer this time. Big appeal, big celebration, and the dreaded finger has been raised. Another wicket down. Canada have lost their top 4, and this is some brilliant bowling performance from the Bahrainis.
Imran Javed first with the bat yesterday, today with the ball. Drawing that outside edge, perfectly set him up. Yeah, his partner knew it more than the umpire, that he's had that edge, and keeper takes that catch. Ahmed bin Nasir, a big walk for Harsh Thakur, couldn't even deliver. 13 he scored, 31 for 4.
Right, so the captain now comes out to bat in a very precarious situation for Canada. 26 matches, 103 runs for him, a strike rate of 122. But all that doesn't matter. What matters is how long can Saad Zafar play in this innings and how well can he handle the pressure. There's no stat there that indicates how well he can cope with the pressure of this game. 31 for 4, he's come out to bat. A slip in place, and the first ball flirting with danger. Saad Zafar.
Yeah, that's indeed. Let's put it more, playing with the fire. Outside off, that is where got little late, could not read that away going delivery with the angle. Absolutely brilliant today, Imran.
Again that length, again that nagging length. They have come out with a clear plan. They just are focusing on that length on that wicket, which is giving them some nip, some bounce, and some movement in the air as well. Some great planning, I think, from Bahrain and their captain and their think tank and the coaching staff to bring this kind of a performance from them. Oh, that is what a good win can do, Abid.
Indeed, they're driving here with the high confidence. Now that's from the pad, I think. Goes towards the fine leg, and they'll get one. Need to see the umpire signal. Where was it? A leg by? Well, meanwhile, that's the end of the over. It's 33 for 4. 32 for 4.
So not the best looking scorecards for Canada. The top 4 have already been sent back to the dugout. 0 for Aaron, the centurion for Canada in the previous game. That tells you that cricket is a great leveler. 100, a hero in the game last night, and tonight just couldn't perform with the bat. Srimanta scoring 4, Matthew scoring 4 as well, and Harsh scoring 13. Was the last man to be sent back to the dugout. So now it's the captain, Saad, will be facing David. Clipped off the pads. Will be a single, and yes, that'll be a leg by as well. David Matthias, 13 matches, 2 wickets for him, and an economy of 8.4. We haven't seen him bowl in the tournament. Has been introduced into the attack. Gentle medium pace.
Yeah, he's a part-timer clearly, not bowled very much. Giving some job to the part-timers as well. Well, these are the time where you just try to get those overs from somewhere so that you're keeping those strike bowlers for the end of the innings.
Well, if that's the plan, I don't think that's the right approach. Personally, I would want your strike bowlers to come and take some more wickets because they're already 33 for 4. Why allow them to build a partnership?
Well, indeed, you don't really need to drag the game back in. There is no point taking game deep. It's just that you need to attack. And this man is thinking a lot around whom to use.
Very happy with the team's performance. That he was mentioned at the toss by Sarfaraz, the skipper of Bahrain. He's very happy with the performance. And when you have a happy dugout, a happy captain, that increases your confidence as a player when you've got the backing of your skipper.
Well, indeed. Today, when I was there, the post-match, I had a few words with the captain of Oman, Zishan Maqsood, who's led the team from the front. Today he seemed to be going back into the drawing board. Again, a lot of responsibilities and some hard work relies on these captains. Not an easy job to do.
Yes, leading is a skill, just like batting or bowling or fielding or any other aspect of the game. To be a leader, you need to have a certain skill set. And Sarfaraz, I think you also need to demand a certain kind of respect from your team members to be a leader, to be a captain, and I think he gets that from his side. He's always very calm, very composed, a very soft-spoken individual, but very thinking captain, always on his feet and always involved in the game.
Yeah, just very watchful there. He brought that third up and took himself out at mid-wicket. Oh, that was in the air. Had that mid-off been in, we might have had that wicket there. That was a risky shot played by the captain of Canada. Overall, a very good over from David. It's 36 for 4.
So 5 bowlers used so far. 2 wickets for Rizwan. He's bowled a blinder of a spell. Was absolutely a treat to watch him bowl the first 2 overs. A wicket for Satya, a wicket for Imran Javed as well. As Imran Javed continues for his second over. That could have been a run out. A little slow off the mark. And in the end, they get that single.
Well, it was the other Imran today delivered. Surprised to see that Imran Khan not getting a wicket. He's always amongst the wicket. The one game he's picked up 4 wickets earlier as well. Then it was Suhail Ahmed who stole the show in that. Hard luck for him not to be getting the player of the match award. But this man, the other Imran with the round arm action. A very long steps that he takes while running, and then that hand comes way high arm action. It's kind of a difficult, and the ball is being released over your eye position.
Short ball played over extra cover. That is a clean hit from the skipper of Canada, Saad bin Zafar. He's played that shot with a lot of conviction and he knew what he was doing. So a safe shot which got them the maximum reward, 6 runs.
A lot of width over there. It makes it easier for the batter just to whack it. It was a perfect shot From the captain of Canada, he needs to stand and deliver, I think. The team is down and out.
Oh, yes, a bit down, but definitely not out yet. They'll want to feel that way, that they still can stage a comeback in this game, especially with the skipper out there in the middle.
Yeah, this time it's been a great comeback from the bowler Imran Javed after getting that big 6 hit on the covers. Well, indeed, yes, obviously they are not out. Obviously, they really fancy the chances here. But that's the field set for Imran. A lot of fielders patrolling the offside. And then he's bowling also according to his plan. Very well bowling.
Another single taken. One more ball to go in the over. What we've seen so far is from Canada is that they've just not been able to rotate the strike as much as they would have wanted. That's the first. And also have not been able to counter-attack, have not been able to come back out of those early wickets, the early blows that they got. So yes, they will need a partnership here. They've still got a lot of time left in the game. A single to end the over. 9 overs have been bowled. It is 45 for 4 now for Canada.
Well, all right. We got broadcast and streaming partners for this Desert Cup T20 Series. It's Sports Eye, Fan Code, Atharangi, Ulu, Ultra, Velo, Geo Super and Geo. Of course, it's an ITW Prod G and TPT 360 production, getting you these live visuals. Amazing step. This is for the association members, and they'll really get a lot of improvement from this series by playing each other.
Well, that's played high up in the air, chipped. Won't be reaching anywhere close to the ball, but a directed would have been curtains. Well, just couldn't get that throw at the stumps. Yes, he's got his hands on his head because he knows that was an opportunity to get another Canadian wicket. Not to be.
Yeah, that went a long way up in the air. No control on that shot whatsoever. Not a clean collect. That's where they got the opportunity to get the run, and he was not even in the frame when he would have hit the stumps. Good ball this is from David. Now this is where you need to apply the pressure. And they're certainly doing that. The bowling has been amazing from Bahrain. They responded really well by picking those 4 wickets early.
That's been played again in the gap. They will take a couple of runs. This partnership, I think, is the best so far in the Canadian innings. 18 of 18. They still have a long way to go. Pargat scoring 7 of those 18 and Saad scoring 10.
Well, indeed, cricket is such a game. Yesterday they had around 120 plus partnership at the opening. And today 18 looks a big one. On the onside, worked it away and will get 4 runs.
That's a poor delivery from David, a short, slower bouncer. And Pargat Singh had all the time in the world to play it wherever he wished to. He decided he's going to play it towards the backward square leg region. And he does it perfectly. So 4 runs, important 4 runs added to the total of Canada as they cross the 50-run mark with that boundary.
Yeah, and they'll need a partnership here. Solid hit. Punch through the air and a beautiful shot. Excellent pickup that is from outside off. Not a lot of width was over.
Well, that was a good shot again on the up from Pargat Singh. Played it with a lot of intent and placed it over extra cover for 4 runs. So back-to-back boundaries for Pargat Singh. He moves on to 21 of 19 deliveries as this continues to be an expensive over from David. Another short ball pulled this time, but there is protection at square leg straight at him, and that's going to be the end of the 10th over. Halfway through the first innings, the score for Canada is 58 for 4. Change in the voices in the comm box. It's going to be Suhas Vedam and Mikhail Vaswani.
At the halfway stage, Canada 58 for 4.
Play.
I am Suhas Vedam, joined by Mikhail Vaswani to take you through the next 5 overs. Partnership was the need of the hour for Canada. That's what they're trying to stitch here. Right out of the break, that was in the slot. He's put that away. Usually breaks act as a break in momentum or focus. That's not the case this time around. Brilliant shot from Pargat Singh.
And the middle order is standing tall. Despite that early disaster and jolt, Canada looked to build, and Pargat Singh is leading the charge. This time piercing the gap, no cover in the deep, and a 4 right after drinks.
Wonderful start to the over. It's been a while since someone's treated Imran Javed like this. Very accurate usually. He's called for two. And two it shall be. One for the shot, one for the throw itself. Throw at the striker's end. He's got a very strong throwing arm indeed.
And you sense that at the halfway stage during the break, there has been a discussion in the Canada camp and a message has been passed on to the skipper and Pargat Singh. Maybe just raise the momentum. Rizwan, very good throw from the deep. Oh, that's chipped in the air but falls short of the fielder and it'll roll away towards the long gone boundary but it'll lose legs. In the process they complete two. All happening here. So the ball's falling Rizwan this evening. He's been a master when steaming in.
Once again running the first one hard. Is he sneaking a second one here? He absolutely is. What a good dive as well. This is great running between the wickets. Pargat Singh's hurt himself in the process of running yet again. It's the second time in 2 games. But running between the wickets has been terrific ever since the break got over. First a boundary and then 2-2-2.
And that's a lot of running, let me tell you. 3 twos in 3 consecutive deliveries. 10 runs in the first 4 balls. And look at this for sprinting and diving and sliding and just putting a price on your wicket. This is desperation and inspiration in the middle. Just so that you take Canada to a sizable total. Yes, he's wincing in pain. But it's fair to say that this is going to be a painstaking innings for him if he has to take his team to a very strong position.
Immediately Ankur Sharma administrating that area. I think it's his forehand. It's the top hand while holding the bat. This is the one that steers the ball in the gap. Bottom hand's all right as he's helping himself with it.
And this is where Bahrain as well need to tighten things. They've done very well accounting for the first 4 early wickets. They cannot allow this situation to go out of hand. They need to keep attacking and keep striking and getting wickets.
That would have been the discussion at the halfway stage, Mikhail. You could see how animated Coach Ashish Kapoor was, telling his boys that yes, you've got them under control. Now you need to keep chipping away with the wickets. Pargat Singh's got off to a good start and that is a great sign for Canada. 32 of 24. Almost half the runs that Canada has accumulated that have come off the bat of Pargat Singh, and that too in quick time. Quite in contrast to what the scorecard reads. Pargat Singh just tells you why he is a class apart. Good delivery. What a good comeback by Imran Javed.
Oh yes, just pulling that length slightly back. And the good thing for Pargat Singh is that he has the best man standing at the other end, at the non-strikers end, Captain Zafar. Both of them can now construct and slowly start improving their strike rate as well, though Pargat is batting at a fairly decent strike rate.
100%, and that's what he's known for in the circles as well back in Canada. Wanted to negotiate that swing by curtailing it completely. Imran Javed unfazed by whatever Pargat Singh had to do. 11 overs gone, 68 for 4. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPD 360 production. Mazaplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series 2022, and we haven't been short of cricketing action here. A different script today for Canada. We've been harping on that because early wickets have fallen. I'll tell you what, Mikhail, it's not that bad. Since they've been stream-rolling oppositions a couple of times and then one closely fought game, what has not been tested yet is under pressure, how does the middle order behave? And they wouldn't mind this game at this stage of the tournament. Sarfraz Ali, the captain, bring himself on. He'll bring himself on. 7.3, the economy. Decent average, 13 wickets. He can pick up more. But interestingly, the keeper's not standing up to the stumps this time around for Sarfraz. He's got a very round arm action today. It's not something that we saw initially.
And that's a very good 2 runs as well. Just like the way both these batters are communicating and coordinating. And you spoke about that middle order being tested in a game like this. Yes, by the end of the day, you don't want the law of averages catching up in a knockout game. Played with soft hands at an angle towards mid-wicket. The fielder was deep, and good to see both of them responding to each other's call just at the bat of an eyelid. And all of a sudden, there's something in the surface that has changed once the lights have come on. Look at the way it's carrying to the wicket-keeper as well.
And he's not standing where the keepers usually stand over here, given the fact that it is got good carry. He's standing slightly in front. That is to convert half chances into catches. Cut down on the angle as well when the ball leaves the bat and flies towards him. Sohail, how good has he been with the bat in hand? 3 runs of the over so far from Sarfraz. 40 of 30. This partnership has come off good time as well. 26 of them have been scored by Pargat in just 16 delivery. Saad is taking his time. He's showing different colours today, Saad.
Slashed hard straight to the fielder at backward point. They're already committed into that single. Very good decision to just stay back in their own crease.
Absolutely right. And it's a crucial delivery as well because it was a poor ball. It had been put away. But owing to good fielding, it's been kept down to nothing. Just 3 runs of the over. Pressure a little bit. And that's exactly why he's trying something cheeky. Has this carried? There's a big appeal. Nasir's heard something. He's heard Willow. The umpire hasn't heard Willow. Sarfraz is just allowing a gentle smile to take over his face. He hasn't joined in the appeal. Umpire KR was unmoved. That's experience for you. He wanted to be cheeky. Something had to give. Well, not in the first attempt, perhaps in the second. But
Would certainly like to look at that once again. Something on the way to the bat and the wicketkeeper created a sense of interest. Again, just taking off from the good length spot. Very fine over by Captain Sarfraz Ali. Only 3 runs coming off it. 12 gone at 71 for 4.
Canada with a bat in hand after being asked to bat first. Pargat Singh's 32 of 29 is the highest score at the moment. Saad 13 of 14. 0-4-4. That's the engine room for you know. We're not calling London. 71 for 4. Now this is what transpired of the second last ball of the previous over. Well, wanted to go for the cheeky shot, Mikhail. Well, There was Willow, it seems.
Contrasting reactions there from the bowler and the wicket-keeper. The bowler still had some doubt. The wicket-keeper Nasir believes. Look at everyone converging. Quite a reaction.
Absolutely, Nasir could not believe it because all through his life, he's realized an edge of the bat is sometimes unheard, not the face of the bat. But I'll tell you what, this is exactly the kind of luck Canada require as well at this stage, because Pargat Singh's the highest scorer. If he continues, boy, can he take this big and deep. Remember his 100 versus Abbotsford, and then 72 of just 36 balls. He's got a knack of scoring big runs, and in quick succession. He's renowned as one of the best in Pakistan CC, and you know why. 33 of 30 right now, but he can quickly shift gears.
Yes, and this partnership is looking threatening as far as you're a Bahrain supporter. Because we've seen Saad Zafar as well create havoc and damage to the very same team a few nights ago. Getting close to 20 odd runs in the penultimate over and take his team through. Oh, he's done that deliberately. And there's a little bit of a fumble in the deep, and there'll be 2 runs. But that was so close to the wicketkeeper as well. Nasir was flying to his right.
Within a span of 5 seconds. Terrific attempt, and then not so terrific attempt. Juxtaposed in the same line, in fact. This was as amazing as it gets for a dive. Tried his level best there. As we were talking about him not standing where exactly the keepers usually stand. He's standing slightly in front to cut down on the angle so that the ball doesn't grow away from him, grow on him or go away from him. Still it was out of reach.
Imran has bowled well. He's in his 4th over. Could have easily had a couple of more wickets had luck been on his side. He's come in, bowled it at an angle to the right-handed batters. Quite often beaten the edges as well. And that wickets column certainly deserved more numbers.
He's putting his heart out here, Imran. He also inherited a better scorecard today to bowl at. It's good to say, oh, this could be trouble. Had he hit, it was trouble for sure. Diving not once but twice. Saad was scampering to get back to the other end. When was the last time you thought 3 yards looked like 300?
And 3 stumps look like 1, Suhas. 13 gone, it's 77 for 4.
Mohammad Rizwan Butt has picked up 2 wickets with an unreal economy of just 1 run. Just tells you how priceless his 2 overs are. Imran Khan's bowled 2 overs as well for a decent economy indeed, and Sarfraz Ali in his first did create an opportunity. Lots of bowlers used, but all of them have been right on the money, Mikhail. Now this is what transpired of the final delivery of the previous over. Saad Zafar looking for a single, then looking for balance as he tries to turn. Had that hit, he wasn't even in the frame. And then tried his best to get back in time. Oh, just over. Just over. The outside edge and the misbehaving of the bat continues for Canada. And the keeper's left wondering only if he were a few inches taller.
And all of a sudden, this momentum shift is there to be seen as well. Canada finding some luck going their way. A few edges, a few misses. And this time around, Nasir can say, 1 went wide of me, 1 went over me. When is the next one coming right at me? Not much he can do behind the stumps. He's been very, very tidy. But Pargat Singh is carrying on. 40 and 34 deliveries.
Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss. Sarfraz is suggesting there was some bat on it as well. Clearly this game will be divided into two as far as Bahrain's fielding effort is concerned. One where all the catches were being taken. One where it just refused to stick. Was there a deviation? Looks like there was. Oh, this was supposed to be straightforward. This was supposed to be straightforward. Pargat Singh. Yeah, Nasir is not happy with this effort, and why would he be? He's much better than that. He's already shown that in this very game, Pargat Singh survives. He's got to make the most of this. A gentle nudge for a single.
It's been a dramatic last few deliveries. A run out, straightforward run out missed. An edge over the wicketkeeper's head and a possible edge that was put down, a straightforward catch. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain, must be asking his boys to just come together once again and bring about that cohesive performance that he saw in the first 5 overs, where he had 4 wickets down. They cannot let the momentum shift at this stage of the game.
Oh, good delivery. Little higher on the bat. 6 runs of the over with a ball to go. Bahrain have been clinical. Now this middle over space, how do they handle it? Because they've missed a couple of opportunities to break this partnership. Zafar's got a life, Pargat's got 2. They've got to be at it. The Sarfaraj boys. Beautifully driven, but wonderfully fielded. He also kept it under control. Fielding's been top class, but in patches, 14 overs gone, 83 for 4, Canada. The Desert Cup T20I Series brought to you by MazaPlay.net, the broadcast and streaming partners of this wonderful series. Sportseye, Fancode, Atrangi, Ullu, Ultra, Willow, Geo Super and Geo. It's an ITW, Prodigy and TPT 360 productions.
Six wickets in hand. Pargat has been a little adventurous in the last few overs. Saad Zafar has been looking to rotate the strike and give more of it to Pargat. Not surprised if 2-3 batters are already padded up in Canada's dugout, just to come out there and hit the ball hard.
Swing and a miss. Satya is keeping it tight. If that's going to be the line in length, then it's going to be trouble for Saad Zafar. He's got to manufacture a shot. It's one of his favorite shots through mid-wicket, and you could sense with that open stance as well that he wants to target the leg side more. It's just that I feel that shot was out of place. 50 partnership had come up. This time connects, but straight into the hands of Sohail. Didn't have to move much. Saad Zafar's gifted his wicket. And Canada find themselves in trouble again. 85 for 5 as the partnership is broken successfully.
And Satya continues to strike his second wicket. Very lucky. It could have gone anyway, but it only found Sohail, who didn't have to move much. Straightforward catch, half the side back in the dugout. Captain Zafar walks back for 15. It's 85 for 5.
Ravindrapal Singh
There's the leg step.
again cannot free his arms immediately. 150 and 1 century, 141.8 that strike rate. Best of 101. That was batting 101 indeed on his debut. He's got a lot of experience as well for his 519 runs, 26 matches, but the scorecard he's reading right now is no short of a horror script. He's got to mend this innings. 5 overs is still a long way. If he can hang around for 2 overs before going for the big shot, and that's not the case. He's come in set. Would you call it against the run of players? Sheer confidence and the flamboyance of this man, Ravindrapal Singh. He's put that away with a sense of nonchalance.
Where were you, Ravindrapal Singh, all this while? The engine was getting ready and it's taken off from ball 1. In position quickly, effortlessly dispatched over the square leg region. What a shot.
This time it kept a little low, but he had an answer to it. Ravindrapal Singh. And sometimes you want to say as well, 85 for 5. It's not always a goody two-shoes kind of a player who will come out to bat, isn't it? It's the flamboyant players that you want there to ruffle some feathers. And Ravindrapal Singh is someone who's tailor-made. If you want to ruffle some feathers. This one cut back in, but he's so good. Pargat Singh has found another boundary. He's inching towards what will be a hard-fought half-century when the team needed it the most. Yes, there was a bit of luck, but fortune also favors the brave. 96 for 5 after 15. It's an ITW Pro G production, TPD 360 production. That's gone through the gap as well. That will be racing away to the fence. Canada have got to make a move on. They've got to make the most of the next few deliveries. They've got 4.5 overs. Ravindrapal Singh is turning it on. 11 of 3 for him. He knew he's found the gap as well. I think they're aiming at least 120. At least 120, more than that, in fact, if no wickets fall from here. We saw how much Oman were able to defend with 135 on the board. They took it till the end. Change in voices to bring you the next terrific period of play. We've got Shoaib Ahmed in the com box with Abid Ibrahim.
Thank you, Suhas. Last 5 overs, Canada have crossed the 100-run mark. How many more can they get? Big appeal from the captain, Sarfaraz. The umpire says no, not out.
Well, indeed, this very crucial partnership for Canada. They've entertained. Maybe height could be the difference here. The umpire called it not out. Just played with a soft hand, Ravindrapal.
Sarfaraz 16 runs conceded in his 2.4 overs. Canada are crawling towards 120, maybe 130 and also 140 possible. That's gone high up in the air and will land beyond the ropes, behind the keeper. Well, you don't practice those kind of shots, but that one is definitely a big value add for Ravinder Singh. A 6 behind the keeper, and important 6 runs for Canada.
Well, that all counts. Will be counted as the maximum. All you need is runs here. Well, they'll ideally be looking around 150.
Last ball of the over. And it's been played for a single. So 4 more overs to go for Canada to get to whatever they can. I think 140 should definitely be on the cards for them. 109 for 5 after 16. This one has been played up and over towards backward square leg. That will also cross the ropes. So 6 is coming in for Canada just at the right time. Ravinder Pal Singh and Pargat Singh have stepped on the pedal and have accelerated for Canada when it is needed the most.
These are very crucial runs. Back of the land delivery, pulled it nicely. Just over the rope for a 6 runs. A maximum in a result. Now these boundaries are gold dust here, Shoaib.
Yes, in fact, they are not just gold dust. They are bars of gold for Canada. They need a lot of them.
I think they are just in control now, making this over. Just they need to make this over slightly more bigger. Just like the previous over from Sarfraz, they got some runs.
Punched off the back foot. Yes, no, what are they doing? Well, that was never a run. What was he thinking there, Pargat Singh? He's on 48. You don't want to get run out. 2 runs shy of the 50-run mark.
Yeah, just trying to play with the soft hand and went to the bowler. Late call and not in an ideal position to take that run out. So previous 9 deliveries is played with around 300 strike rate. This time tried to make a room and wanted to go straight over the bowler head. Couldn't connect. Pargat Singh, he worked really hard for these runs. It's just final to get you 50.
Seven runs of the first 2 deliveries of this Imran Khan over, and then 2 consecutive dot balls, building pressure on Pargat Singh, who's on 48. Flicks it towards the fine leg, finds the fielder, will get only a single, will move to 49.
Very crucial and very important 50. This is for Team Canada from Pargat Singh.
It hasn't reached to his 50 yet, but these are important runs in the context of the game for Canada. 117 for 5. Guides it nicely towards the deep third. A chase for the fielder. He dives in, puts in the hard yards, and does make sure that the ball doesn't cross the ropes. Good tag team fielding between the deep third fielder and the deep point fielder. Just 2 runs off that last ball. 17 overs have been bowled, 3 more to go. Canada are making a comeback in this game. 119 for 5. That's the batting card for Canada. 49 for Pargat, 28 for Ravinder. A small partnership between Pargat and Saad has brought them at this juncture 119. 3 more overs to go. What is their final destination? Very well bowled. Rizwan has bowled absolutely brilliant. A bowling performance from Rizwan. I think this has been the best bowling performance for me in this tournament. These 2 overs from Rizwan.
Well, it seemed to be sorted out with bowling as well, because Bahrain's batting has been something special. There is Rizwan chipping in with the ball. This time the in-swinger, and was just try around, shies the stump, so maybe chance of run out. It's all happening here. Lots of drama, comedy, and action.
Well, in all of that, Pargat Singh has finally managed to get to 50. A well-made 50, a well-fought 50 runs, but that could have been a very bizarre run out. Pargat Singh had almost given it up. An overthrow, ran to the other end, just couldn't collect it. Yeah, that was an easy dismissal. Just couldn't collect the ball in time. In the meanwhile, Pargat Singh is on 51, brings out the scoop, misses it completely, and asking the umpire whether that was a wide or not. It was definitely not. It was over the stumps. He was lucky that the ball didn't hit the stumps on that occasion.
But this has been a very good bowling performance from Rizwan. Yeah, you cannot be asking for it. He just shied the off stump, just over the off stump. Little slow 50, but then it matters the most here. But all of these 50 runs, he had a lot of chances and run outs.
Another good delivery. They've been clueless on how to play Rizwan. Rizwan has not given away anything at all in this spell.
Yeah, they are just sort of trying to get him out there. They have the backward point, sort of a fielder, like perhaps a deep gully kind of fielding there for him.
Goes big towards the onside. This time he's got hold of that one, and he has decided to deposit that onto the Oman Cricket Academy building. What a great shot that is. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's what he's loving the stroke. What a pickup that one. That's everything it had in it. Perfect shot. Really well done. And also it was not a bad ball. He shuffled across a bit there and put it away.
Another hit straight down the ground. This one's not been timed too well, but will beat the fielder. We'll have to wait and watch the signal from the umpire. He's going to go upstairs to confirm, but 4 runs for sure. Could be 6 as well.
Shifting the gear at the right time. Both these batters, Ravindra Pal and Pargat Singh. I was just waiting for the umpire signal over here. It was hit hard. And has he got all of it? Has he? Well, very tough call. Very tough call.
It's on the ropes, I feel. And I think yeah, that's the impact point.
It's just taking a little time because even this 2 runs is very crucial. We saw the yesterday's game when Canada and Oman fought, and the margin was just 1 run. So very crucial runs these are. I think it just hit the rope. And it's 4.
There's 4 signal, touch and go. I think it didn't exactly land on the rope. Some part of the ball was also on the ground. and hence the umpire thinks that it's 4 runs. But nevertheless, it is a 6 followed by a 4, so 10 runs in the last 2 deliveries. 18 overs have been bowled, 131 for 5 as in comes Imran. Another big hit, another clean hit, and another similar result. This time you don't need the umpire to confirm that it is indeed half a dozen runs for Ravinder Pal Singh.
Well, it's the other Singh this time. Ravinder Pal Singh takes the charge. As soon he saw the ball is pitched slightly short, he punished it towards the mid-wicket. What a great hit that was. And now they're talking, they're looking to cruise. And there you go.
What a special innings this is from Ravinder Pal Singh. Yes, Pargat Singh did score that important 50 in 49 deliveries. 59 is his score. But look at that, Ravinder Pal Singh, 34 runs of 11 deliveries, and he's still looking strong. This one has been hammered straight down the ground. No chance for the fielder on this outfield here at the Al Amirat Cricket Stadium. That is another 4, and what a knock this is from Ravinder Pal Singh. He's come out with vengeance in his eyes, and he is absolutely smacking the ball all around the park.
Made little room for himself, a little early also, and then still looking that bowler did not follow him, and he's just bowled in the zone. It was easy for him, the rest, getting 4 runs.
That was as if he was blindfolded and sent to bat. Doesn't have any clue of what the score was or what the score is. He only knows one thing, and that's to smack the ball. Ravinder Pal Singh, he's on 39 of 13 deliveries.
Last these few overs has been absolutely on Canada's way. They really control the game, especially targeting every bowler and taking some aggression as well. Ravinder Pal with that cameo. On the onside, there's a man, but it was really well connected. They'll get only single.
Yes, only a single. But the good news for Canada is that Ravinder Pal Singh is back on strike. He's striking at almost 300. Over 300, in fact. Swing and a miss. That's a good length. That's a hard length. Regardless of who the batter is and how good of a form he is in, if you bowl it in the right areas, Abid, it is not easy to score runs.
Yeah, and also there has not been a lot of varieties as you've been a fan of the slower bowls. Haven't seen a lot of slow deliveries.
Good point. No slower balls, no Yorkers also from the bowlers. Can he get one here? Can he get one right into that block hole? No, it's a length ball, and that has been smacked again straight down the ground. That is poor bowling from Imran in the death overs, need Yorkers, and you haven't got any of them. Another 4 to end the over. And Bahrain, well, they're losing the plot here as Canada are cruising at the moment. 147 for 5. This one has been hit straight down the ground. The last over of the game, Rizwan has been brought into the attack and has been given that responsibility to bowl the last over. Abid, Yorkers, slow deliveries. Do we get to see that or not?
Well, I think Rizwan has done really well. The last over gone for 11, but despite that, he's bowling right because he's relying on those cutters. He brings that one, the off cutter, so perfect, and the other way when he swings it out.
slower delivery.
Lower one.
Well bowled, Rizwan. Very well bowled. That is some really good fast bowling on display here. So when you're a fast bowler, it's not only about bowling fast, it's also about bowling smart. And this is a prime example of that.
Back of the hand delivery there. What he does that he hold that seam up and he show that I'm going to come quick at you. And then he rolls his wrist. What a good delivery. A dot ball is really a key here.
That's been hit towards the backward point region, and that ball will race away towards the boundary for 4. Not a bad ball from Rizwan. The idea was right, but Ravinder Pal Singh, well, you can't be bowling to him with that length. The margin of error is very less. Not a bad ball. He's played that over backward point. He's got 4 runs, and in the process, they have crossed the 150 run mark. At the 4 wickets, Canada were tottering at that moment. Nobody would have thought that they will cross 150 with 5 wickets in hand.
In fact, we were not even thinking, even previously 2 overs, we were thinking there is a challenge for them to reach to 150, but they did remarkable job.
Another slow delivery, and this time he's got it on the target. He says, well, you miss, I am going to hit. And Rizwan, this has been an exciting battle, but in the end, Rizwan is one up against Ravinder Pal Singh. 47 of 18. He has done his job, but that slower delivery has completely outfoxed the batter there.
Excellent delivery to dismiss the danger man, but the damage has already been done. He's done his job. That cameo of 47 of 18 deliveries. What a man. What a time to deliver. 120, 140, 152 for 6.
Over,
150 on the board already, and it is Delon Hilliger who's out there, a strike rate of 140. Strong man. Can he hit the ball long and hard and get them 6 runs? Big swing, not from the middle of the bat. They should get 2 runs. A wild throw will allow them to get those 2 runs comfortably in the end. 154 on the board for Canada with 1 ball left. Delon Hilliger will look to go big on that last ball of the over.
Very important last over. Will they get to 160? If they get to 160, Canada will feel better.
Slower ball outside off. That has been smacked straight down the ground. They will get to 160. They will feel better. And Canada will feel that the momentum has shifted in their favor. What a way to finish the innings. And what a comeback this is from Team Canada. Who says that cricket cannot bring you the thrills? Of course it can. And comebacks are a regular feature if you believe in yourself and your skills. Delon Hilliger gets that right from the middle of the bat. And he gets 6 runs.
He got a full toss in the end. And Rizwan is being smacked for 6. It's very important also to have the momentum your way as well when you finish on a high. And that's what happened here. They just finished on a high. And 160. Who would have thought Canada will make it? They were down and out. Well, what a comeback. This has been a great performance. Pargat remaining not out, got a few opportunities. He availed them, all of them. He's grabbed it, and he scored 61 of 51 deliveries. But Ravinder Pal played the crucial role. Just 18 deliveries for his 47. This has been a great knock. Delon in the end coming and smacking that 6 and taking 2 runs. He's on 8 runs unbeaten. It's a shaky start, but had a very good final total on board. Well, bowling, it's been Mohammad Rizwan who's been exceptional, picking up 3 wickets and economy of 6.2. Very nice bowling. He's been the different maker today. Satya also got 2 wickets but gone for a little bit of expensive He's leaked little runs. But Imran Javed, he's been great. He took out that wicket. But haven't bowled on the right areas. In the end, he got a little expensive. But that is very good figures. 4 overs, 27. And a wicket to his name as well.
That's the highlights of the first innings of wickets galore in that first power play. And the bowling was absolutely wonderful from Bahrain against Canada. They kept the pressure on Canada, getting those quick wickets from all the seamers. Rizwan and Imran did well, and so did Imran Javed, getting that wicket just at the right time when Harsh Thakur was trying to accelerate. Saad bin Zafar and his partner did well, Pargat Singh, to build a partnership and try to steady that ship for Canada, which was absolutely nowhere close to the coast. But then came in this man, Jitendra Pal Singh, and he absolutely changed the game on its head. Ravinder Pal Singh was absolutely dangerous right from ball number 1 and kept hitting the bowlers all around the park. Ravinder did the damage that was needed and also brought them the important quick runs that were needed to get to a decent score. That was the wicket of Ravinder Pal Singh. That slower ball did the trick, but not against Dillon Helliger, who played that over long off and got the 6 on the last ball of the over. Bahrain requires 161 runs in 20 overs at 8.05 runs per over. We'll bring that run chase to you after a short break, so stay tuned and do not go anywhere.
We are back live from the Oman Cricket Academy. The chase is on as Bahrain will look to overhaul Canada's total to make it 3 wins in 4 games. They've looked good with the ball, just leaking extra runs towards the end. This is how the batting card looked like for Canada. They were in a spot of bother, losing 4 early wickets. Aaron, Srimantha and Matthew couldn't get into double figures, but the repair work and the counter-attack was provided by Ravindrapal Singh and Pargat Singh. Pargat Singh took his time to get to 61 of 51. He was the mainstay, and Ravindrapal got a quick-fire 47 of 18 to power them to 160 for 6. 3 for 25 for Rizwan Butt and 2 for 28 for Satya, as they were amongst the wickets. 5 wickets between them and the 7 overs, and they conceded 53 runs between them. 1 wicket for Imran Javed as well. This means that Bahrain now needs 161 runs to win in 20 overs, a little over 8 runs per over. This is match on, ladies and gentlemen, and what a cracker of a contest it's going to be. There's a change in batting order as well for Bahrain. They sense an opportunity over here, and they've promoted David Matthias in this game to open the innings and get going. He struggled for timing in the last game, a best of 61. That strike rate will need a little bit of facelift in this game. 288 runs in 13 matches for him. Meanwhile, watch out for the pace attack of Canada as well. They do have Kaleem Rahman, an economy which is well acceptable in T20 format. 6.049 wickets for him. He's got the ball to move both ways. Very exciting prospect with the ball. Play has been signaled. Just the right time to welcome my co-commentator Shoaib Ahmed as well.
Thank you, Mikhail. Good start from Kaleem, and they'll need a good start with the ball as well. Just couldn't get the top orders to perform while batting first, but they, however, found a good score at the end of the first innings. 161 is definitely defendable, but they'll have to bowl really well.
That's what Kaleem can do. Get the ball to go away from the right-handed batter, but it's the one that comes in that will cause a little bit of worry. At one stage, Canada was staring down the barrel, batting first. Take a look at this delivery once again. Nicely angled away from the right-handed batter, slip in place. Just trying to draw him forward. Srimantha missed out with the bat. He'll want to make it count behind the stumps. David Keelan Matthias and Sarfaraz Ali opening the proceedings for Bahrain in this chase. 161 to get. Again, just checking his shot in 2 minds.
Not out.
Whether to pull or to leave it till the very end was undecided on that.
Yes, David will want to take some time out in the middle. He cannot go all guns blazing right from ball number 1. He's been promoted up the order, but he also will have to time the ball well, middle the ball well, and then get going. That's been played in the cap. That's a beautiful shot. Waited on that, and that is a brilliant way to get off the mark.
Oh yes, that's the right word. Waited. He waited for that and played it beautifully. It's the placement. Just like the way he used the pace of the ball as well. He just caressed it through. Point. Beautiful. So good on the eyes. And what a way to get off the mark. So Bahrain find their first runs on the board in pursuit of 161.
Clipped off the pads towards fine leg. Sarfaraz Ali, he will have a different role to play. He's the captain, but he's also the aggressor in that partnership. Will want to make sure that the first 6 overs they get the runs that they need, at least at the required run rate, if not more.
Sarfaraz is a kind of batter. We'll take a look at his numbers. Look at that strike rate. 450s as well, a best of 69. He'll continue to play his brand of cricket. If it's there to be hit, it will be hit. Oh, that beat everything on the way to the wicket keeper. The edge, the wickets, the pads as well. Easily have been a wicket there for Canada. After the over number 1, it's 5 for no loss.
Yes, अच्छा bowler है. अम्मार खालिद. Good bowler.
Day 4, match number 8. It's Bahrain versus Canada. They had a match a few nights ago, and that went down to the wire in the very last over. Canada prevailed in a cracker of a contest. In comes Ammar Khalid, another tall, lanky pacer who generates good pace and bounce.
Very impressive, Ammar Khalid. I was mighty impressed with the bowling performance from Ammar, especially yesterday against Oman. 5 wickets for him. An economy of 8 early days for him, but he definitely looks like a power pack performer. Starts off with the ball on the stumps, nicely played back, but a good start overall for Khalid.
Just going by the way, Bahrain bowled in the first 6 overs with the ball doing so much. Ammar Khalid and Kaleem would want to believe there's something in it for them as well with the new ball under lights. It's how well they exploit conditions. They have an attacking field, yes, a slip in place, 4 on the off inside the circle, third man and fine leg in position, and a mid-on and mid-wicket.
Just a hint of movement for Ammar Khalid. Some movement in the air, and that's good to see that they still have a slip in place. Aaron Johnson is the man stationed at slip. They would want to keep him there at least for the next couple of overs until the ball does move in the air. So yes, overall a good field placement from Canada.
The ploy of sending David Keelan Matthias will only work if Sarfaraz Ali gets going. That's simply because he takes his time, David. And Sarfaraz, irrespective of what the situation is demanding, he'll play his shots. At the moment, he hadn't got any strike.
Slashed towards the deep third. There is protection there, but the ball is just flying off the bat. And with the pace that Ammar Khalid has, a very minimal chance for that fielder to stop the ball. So 4 runs for David, not from the middle of the bat, but 4 runs nevertheless.
Oh yes, take outside edge, slashed at it, and that's why it was flying towards third man. Not much could have been done. 4 welcome runs. Bahrain are cutting that deficit in the process. They'll be keeping an eye on the scoreboard. They want this win.
That's much better, closer to the batter. A quick run taken. Sarfaraz will come back on strike. What Ammar needs to do is bowl around the off stump, not way too wide. If he can get that around the off stump and on middle and off, that's where he's more lethal and more dangerous.
Oh yes, and if you're a bowling side, bowling to Sarfaraz, you'll always feel you're in with a chance because he's going to give you that. So as a bowler, if you have an attacking field, and you know Sarfaraz is always on the lookout for runs, there is an opportunity. So this is going to be a good contest between Ammar and Sarfaraz in the middle.
That's where you need to be bowling on the stumps, on top of off. Yes, that's a good contest within a contest. Ammar Khalid, the upcoming fast bowler for Canada, against the aggressive captain of Bahrain, Sarfaraz Ali.
A wideish slip in place. Maybe a third slip after that slash from David Keelan Mathias. Gives the charge, gives the swing, takes on the bowler and misses it. That's what we've been talking about. A battle within the battle. After 2 overs, it's 10 for no loss.
Two overs, 10 for no loss. As it's David Mathias who will be on strike as Kaleem continues. Gets that ball to angle across. That is his stock ball. That is where he is so effective. And all David could do was just watch it past his bat and into the gloves of the keeper.
And you can sense David's a little tentative, little circumspect, not sure about that footwork.
I'm not sure if this is the right time to be sending somebody like David right at the top of the order when you're chasing an important game.
Oh, what a delivery. Squared him up completely. Late movement as well. You can see the reaction of the wicketkeeper, this Srimanta. He's saying, get another slip in. We need 2 slips. He's saying that we need to push, or rather bring Johnson back to first slip. So he's calling him back to first slip for that fine edge. Well, David Keelan Mathias does have the goods to play the big hits and the long innings. Again, in no position while pulling it, but he'll get a single. He has the reputation of playing some big innings, David Keelan Mathias.
Sarfaraz has already played 3 deliveries, but none of them have come anywhere close to the bat. No bat contact on those 3 deliveries.
What's coming up in this delivery? Sarfaraz Ali still to get off the mark. Has just swung and hung his bat. There again, just goes with the angle in no position whatsoever, taking his eyes off the ball, but he'll get 4 runs off the mark with a not so convincing 4.
Typical way to start off his innings, Sarfaraz Ali with the boundary. You're right, didn't get anywhere close to the ball in terms of the timing. Also, got his eyes off the ball when he played that shot. However, he's played that in the gap and he's got 4 runs for that.
On the scoreboard, all you see is a 4 from the bat of Sarfaraz Ali. As simple as that. I got 4 runs. This time again, just throws the bat at it. More horizontal than vertical.
Yeah, just was premeditated that he will play a shot somewhere between that long on and mid wicket, clearing his front foot and then just slap batting it. Absolutely no timing on that. Just doesn't need to hit it too hard, I feel. Only if he can time it, that should be more than enough to clear the infield. That's better. Deft touch. Just guiding it towards the deep third fielder. And we'll get a single as well. End of the 3rd over. Bahrain after 3 overs are 16 for no loss.
16 for no loss after 3 overs. The ball has missed the edges on quite a few occasions. There have been a few streaky fours and one good-looking shot from the bat of David Keelan Matthias backward of point as well. There again, unconventional as it can be. Fine leg up in the circle. Sarfaraz Ali somehow manages to find the ropes once again.
It doesn't matter how they come, as long as they keep coming. Bahrain will want Sarfaraz to stay there at least till the power play overs. That one, just a flick, just guiding it off his hips towards fine leg. That's not a great ball from Amar Khalid to start off with. Not where you should be bowling to somebody like Sarfaraz. Not a great start to the over.
The last ball of the previous over. At the very end, he opened the face of the bat and took a single towards third man, and this time so quick to get into position to play it behind fine leg.
That's a much better shot. That is the shot of a champion. Sarfaraz Ali now getting into his own, has played that over extra cover. That is going to be a big shot, an impact shot in this innings from Sarfaraz. Will get a lot of confidence.
Smiles and cheer in the dugout. All are fascinated by his batting style and the manner in which he gets runs. I'm not too sure if he's a big fan of conventional cricket. Take your foot forward, get behind the ball, but the fact is, he likes getting the boundaries and he somehow manages to do that. He's effective, he's efficient as well, and at the moment, it's yielding runs for his side.
It's back-to-back boundaries and pressure straight away on Amar Khalid. That was not a bad ball, it was just a super shot from the captain of Bahrain, Sarfaraz Ali. That's much better. That's very well bowled from Khalid. Was in two minds, Sarfaraz, whether to play that straight down the ground or play it towards the deep third in the process. Hasn't been able to connect bat to ball.
And what happens is, in such a case, it's very difficult to set for a field for a batter of this style and approach. You really don't know where the next shot is going to go. You may bowl it outside off, but that ball might go behind square leg. And that's why Sarfaraz Ali will always be a puzzle that most teams will try to solve. But, for sure, Sarfaraz does give you that outside chance of also eking out a wicket through him.
Yes, sometimes just overdoes, and that is what brings his downfall, Sarfaraz. Flamboyant, swashbuckling opener for Bahrain. But you're right, he's very unpredictable. That's the key word there.
Well, that's more like a forehand shot. You spoke about being unpredictable, very unassuming as well in approach and demeanor. Man of few words. Nice short ball to just keep him in his crease. There again, played all over it.
Vijay Ratne, the keeper, behind the stumps. That's got some bat onto it. Will go the distance. That is a brilliant hit from the bat of Sarfaraz Ali. Hits it towards the mid-wicket and gets 6 runs.
I just reckon if that was a slow delivery he picked up very early by Amar Khalid. Yeah, it was a slower one, but he really picked that up well and drilled it towards the cow corner region. Now he's got power, and that was just smashed. And after that, he's practicing the cover drive. He's rehearsing the cover drive. That's Sarfaraz Ali for you. But in all of it, 30 runs have been scored, 19 from the bat of Sarfaraz Ali and 11 from David Keelan Matthias. This partnership is looking good, and this will really help their chase.
Goes for the Yorker and delivers it and executes it to perfection. Inch perfect Yorker from Amar Khalid to end the over. 4 overs, 30 for no loss.
Right arm over, bowling change.
Change in bowling. Dylan Haylager will bowl from the Oman LNG end. An economy of little under 7, 2-4 wicket hauls, 31 wickets for him. Nicely bowled. The first ball on target. David Keelan Matthias is taking his time, and he can. All he needs to do is just find a single. Kaleem there in your frame. Sanaullah Kaleem bowled very well. Missed the bat, missed the wickets, got the ball to move. This is the field. 4 on the off inside the circle, 3 on the leg side inside the circle. That one took off from the good length spot.
There's change in bowling. They're still looking for that first wicket, Canada. I think those runs from the bat of Sarfaraz in the previous over will give some comfort to David Matthias. He can still have some time to himself to try and get into the groove. 11 or 14. 2 dot balls back to back.
Living dangerously, poor calling. Took time to take off Sarfaraz Ali. He was gone had that been a direct hit. Practically throwing a wicket on this occasion. Very late to take off and respond. Matthew Spoors with the throw. And Sarfaraz Ali had given up as well. Okay then. Where is this ball going to go? Dalen in its 4th delivery. And Sarfaraz looking dangerous in 19 of 12.
Definitely will target long on. Oh, that's beautifully played over extra cover. Short and wide, and the ball trickles away towards the boundary for 4 runs. Sarfaraz Ali continues to be a thorn for Team Canada.
As unconventional as it can get when Sarfaraz Ali is batting, you cannot really predict which part of the ground he's targeting, but he's so effective. Again, clearing his left foot, you'd want to believe that he's going to pull it over mid-wicket, and then suddenly he plays it over covers and fetches 4. He'll keep the fielders and bowlers guessing, but he'll also keep them interested all through.
23 of 13 for him. And now he decides to play it towards the deep third. This is smart batting from Sarfaraz. Not only is he playing those important boundaries and getting them just at the right time, he's also rotating the strike well.
Oh yes, very sensible, and in all of it, he's also helping David Keelan Matthias to just play himself in, spend some time in the crease, find his form, find that touch as well for the bigger games lined up ahead. Again, trying to slash that in no position whatsoever. Nevertheless, it's been a good start in the first 5 overs for Bahrain. They haven't lost a wicket. It's 36 for no loss. Change in voices to take you through the next 5. It's going to be Suhas Vedam and Abid Ibrahim.
Five overs gone, 36 without a wicket. The last over of the power play. Bahrain wouldn't mind 36 without a wicket at this stage. Harsh Thakur is going to bowl the final over of the power play. Sarfaraz Ali is looking excellent. 24 of 14.
Catch it.
Make it more. Man in the deep. Tried his best. But if only he had spring under those boots. The 79th six of the tournament. Sarfaraz Ali is striking at 200. 30 of 15. What a start to this over. Abid joins me. What a start indeed.
Well, cracker of a shot on the own side. It's simply as that you commit a crime when you bowl it onto the patch, especially when you're a spinner against this man, Sarfaraz Ali, who's so strong against the spinners. He'll not pardon you. And now Canada is desperate to look for the wicket. They have the strategy to get him out on his strength.
Hasn't worked so far. Harsh Thakur, 25 years of age. Off late has been bowling a lot. In fact, big swing and a miss. He wanted to throw everything at it.
Oh boy, if that would have been connect, I tell you, we would have definitely needed new bowls there.
Yeah, just went after that ball. He was even, in fact, looking down. He wasn't looking at the ball. Just wanted to give it everything. He wanted to see it fly over mid-wicket. This one's connected. Fielder in the deep cannot do anything about this. The first one teased him. This one was absolutely clear that you only need to retrieve.
Well, as soon the spinner has come, Sarfaraz Ali has got his mac of the lip and he was really happy. And he's making one look big. Another huge over here.
It's a gamble that hasn't paid off yet for Canada. 6th over for the spinner when Sarfaraz is in murderous mood. Harsh is learning it the hard way. He's decided to come over the wicket. This one just held its line but bounced a little bit more for his liking as well. Sarfaraz, now he practices the one where he just opens the face of the bat.
Yeah,
the thing is, he practices all the deft touches in those shots, but that's only for shadow practice. He doesn't reserve them anywhere else.
And when it comes to play, he does that. He swings the bat hard, throws the kitchen sink at it. The previous two deliveries was very little margin of error, where Harsh just bowled around the pads. One was onto the pads, which was around. The other one, both of them has been smoked.
Calls for 2. It's beat the fielder, but the second one would be tight. We'll have to settle with a single, but this over has been taken care of as far as Bahrain are concerned. 50 comes up for them in the power play itself with all 10 wickets intact. They've been sensational. David Keelan Mathias was looking so beautiful as he scored this one. Then he did suffer a bit as Sarfaraz took over. For him, the fielders in the circle don't matter. Clean swing of the bat. Unbelievably clean swing of the bat. Incredible hitting as well. It's just wonderment that we're all left in of how he generates so much power with such minimum work to do. He doesn't take his bat back a long way, but somehow he generates so much power and elevation to send the ball for 6. He's not a very muscularly built man as well. You could see that. Perhaps it's called the Hardik Pandya effect these days.
Well, indeed. And he's also similar like Hardik Pandya, strong against the spinners because of his power that he used from the bottom hand. It's been so great to watch him now. That's the field set for Dylan. All the fielders has been spread out and all wickets are in hand. A brilliant start for Bahrain. It cannot get any better for Bahrain. All they need to do is keep that asking run rate in check and keep wickets in hand.
Absolutely. Slight change in field here. Mad extra cover has come at least 4 yards in front to be a catching position. And there comes the length bowling masterclass. Dylan Helliger. If we're talking about his prowess in franchise cricket, especially in the Western world, you'd always find himself posing with a trophy that is won for his side in the finale. That is his efficacy with a ball in hand. And boy, when he hits it, he hits long sixes as well. So he knows this format really, really well.
Indeed, you were talking about some muscles.
First deft touch. Just to tick that box in the coach's column, nothing else.
Yeah, that says that he was not so convincing there and he was playing that deft touch. But then when you talk about power hitting, he's always there.
Pretty interested in seeing if Sarfaraz Ali was looking at the ball while it made contact. No, he was looking elsewhere. There are batters who are looking at the ball to the last moment, edging and going back to the pavilion. And here comes Sarfaraz, who's not looking at the ball at the point of impact and scoring a lot of runs indeed. Cricket's a funny sport. I think we just had another definition of why it's a funny sport.
Well, indeed, if you just really want to watch this game, I tell you, Bahrain had a great start in the bowling, but the last inning, it completely belonged to Canada. And now it's swifting the other way. Now it is Bahrain.
Well, what great recovery, thanks to Ravinder Pal Singh and Pargat Singh. Gentle. Will pick up a single. He's getting into that mode of picking up singles and twos. I just get a feeling that he wants to anchor the innings from here on. But that would mean David Keelan Mathias has the license to go for the big shots as well. 15 of 19. He's got his eye in. This could prove to be a master stroke from the coach Ashish Kapoor and the management, because he's someone who's terrific, of course, but he's been short of runs in this series. Excellent shot. He knew exactly what he was doing, and when you're that tall, such shots become easier. First six for David Keelan Mathias. That'll make him feel much, much better.
Well, nicely came underneath it. The uppercut. You cannot ask any better delivery than that when you want to play. It was bang and shot. Nicely picked up, and that sailed all over for a 6 runs. Great hitting this is. This is beautiful. I think that is the shot of the match.
He just made it look so simple, didn't he? The final delivery of Dylan in this over. Again, great adjustment. He's only looking for a single. He's certain of that. David Keelan Mathias wants the strike back. 7 gone. 61 without a wicket, Bahrain.
Keep going, lad.
Seven overs gone. 61 for no loss. David Keelan Mathias gets promoted up the order today. 22 of 21 for him. Along with Sarfaraz, the skipper, 39 of 21. Both of them have played 21 balls apiece, but very contrasting kinds of cricketers. David Keelan Mathias Ranji Trophy. That was for Karnataka. And I think I saw him in Karnataka Premier League as well. Here comes Nikhil Datta. Again, off late, he's worked a lot on his bowling. And ever since he's found out the knuckle ball as well, much like Sunil Narayan, his actions also modelled according to Sunil Narayan's, where he absolutely obscures the cricket ball. Sometimes the batter wonders if he really has one in hand or is just practicing.
Yeah, you will see that hides the ball. There you go. That's what Swaz was talking about.
Oh yes.
There's a bit of turn. This one was turning away from the right-hander. I think this is the delivery where he was trying to see if David Keelan Mathias is coming down the track after hitting a 6 of the previous over.
Indeed. The Sarfaraz would like to take a charge here.
Oh yes.
This one just kept on going straight. Nikhil Datta.
Keep working, boys.
Good line and good length. Good start. This is for Nikhil. All he needs is a wicket.
I think he's growing in confidence with every game that he plays, and of course the amount of franchise cricket he plays has also helped him understand this format better and understand his role better. But what we've seen off late is the fact that captains around the world, wherever he plays for, including the minor league cricket championship, where he played for the San Diego Surf Riders, the captains were using him differently compared to now in his national duty.
Well, it's very important to use your bowlers.
Very shrewd cricketer indeed. Oh, well, here comes Sarfaraz Ali, who sent this into orbit. Excellent shot. Could a ball be hit any more clean?
This was hard hit on to the onside. As I mentioned earlier, it's simple as that. If you bowl him on to the pads, don't look at it. It will only hurt. And that was getting bigger and bigger.
Nikhil knows that he's dropped this in the slot. This is the slot indeed. I think Sarfaraz was in good mood that he's hit it towards the mid-wicket fence and beyond. He would have gone straight down the ground and assumed or got the same result. 45 of 22. Bahrain 68 without a wicket. This is vintage Sarfaraz Ali. This is the Sarfaraz Ali the world knows. Was just getting a feeling that Sarfaraz was becoming tad bit conscious about the fact that he's got some additional responsibility now as a skipper, which wasn't the case when Anasim was a skipper for Bahrain. But this team's gone through a transition, but Sarfaraz Ali is back to being his best. This is the best thing that Bahrain could ask for at this stage. They're winning games, the captain's performing. I think they're checking all the boxes and peaking at the right time in this tournament. This series, oh, beautiful shot. That'll be 4 more. He just kept on delaying the dive. Nikhil Datta cannot believe it. He dropped this one again. Very wide indeed for his liking. 8 overs gone. 72 without a wicket. Bahrain cruising.
Come boys. Pala. Left arm round. Dylan.
Lots of bowlers used, but all of them wicketless. That's the problem. We've talked about this. When the wickets column looks like a poultry farm, it's a deep, deep trouble that you find yourself in. Bahrain 72 without a wicket in 8 overs. This is Sarfaraz Ali kind of an innings for him. Captain Saad Zafar, can he provide the first breakthrough? Again, very seasoned campaigner.
Well, all the time I feel it's a risk to bring the spinners in when Sarfaraz Ali is on fire. He's just 1 hit away from his 50 maiden in this tournament.
Up against Saad 6.25. The economy is David Keelan Matthias, who's got on to almost at run ball 23, now 23 of 25 in fact.
How easy it is to bat alongside one like Sarfaraz who's hitting the ball all over the park, and you just need to witness the show.
Yeah, if you're looking to come back into form as well, much like David Keelan Matthias was, you need someone like Sarfaraz Ali. Oh, well, David survives. Vijay Ratne knows that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity gone down. Saad deliberately bowled it wide.
Yeah, he saw the batter dancing down the track early, and he's dropped it on to the pads, and oh my. Had he got him there, there was a perfect opportunity, the closest one. There, put down. That's been the case here earlier. We saw the team Bahrain giving a little bit of opportunities, those run out, missing out on those occasions, and in the end, it just got bigger and bigger.
Oh, this one's traveling too. Sheer connection. And the ball's actually going to take a cab. 50 comes up for Sarfaraz Ali. In the best fashion possible. Captain's back in form. Send a message to Bahrain and the world. Now this series is getting spiced up for Bahrain.
Well, that's announcing one way. And that has gone into the car park. What a hit.
Well done, Adil, the camera person, to sway away from it. He did see a meteor shower. That's what he'll be recording in his diary today. Misfield, and they might come back for 2 here. They might come back for 2 here. Oh, might be short as well. He wasn't diving. He wasn't full stretch either. Sarfaraz Ali. Was he, for a moment, a brief moment, not giving his 100%? Was he taking it too easy?
Well, it was yes, no call there, and Sarfraz is down. It seems to be that he's struggling to get back onto the time. The coaches say never run on on misfield, but they don't listen here.
It's a very good throw from Harsh Thakur. Just where Srimanta wanted it, and look at this. He hasn't started to drag the bat either, not diving as well. It's not full stretch either. He's got to continue that run all the way to the pavilion just when he was looking so good and reaches a landmark. Couldn't reach back to the crease in time.
Well, what a loss this is for Bahrain. They lost the man who was just came in form and was smashing all over the park, keeping all of us entertained, and has to take slowly a walk out to the hut. He scores 56 of 26, and it's 81 for 1.
Come boys, from here now, boys. Come fellas. Gati. No singles, I don't mind a boundary, it's okay. No singles. Sadi, shall we bring Dylan in? Hot one. Rama. Raf.
2 deliveries to go to finish the 9th, 81 for 1.
Middle, covering.
Strike rate of 83.87 as Hamad Nasir comes out to bat. Again, someone in form as he came into this tournament.
One Amar. Become. Bowler. Better Amar.
Off the mark right away.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's just that you need to carry the inning from here. 6 runs in over will do the job, I think. All you need to do is just carry your bat till the end. David Killen should now take the little charge and give his partner a little time. Drives it from the back foot, and that would be the end of the over. So 9 gone, 82 for 1.
You can go long off. Honey kick. Middle. Thank you.
Nikhil Datta was taken to the cleaners in the previous over by Sarfaraj Ali. First that 6 and then a boundary.
Come boys.
All that when the over started off well for Nikhil. Now with a new man in, Captain Saad feels let Nikhil continue, let him get some confidence.
Sadi.
That's been the first line of defense and will be the second line of defense as well. You could see it from the reaction of the fielder in the deep. He wanted to stop it. He tried it best. Some deliveries are just destined to go for 4, it seems, when it hit Ahmed bin Nasir's bat.
What a beautiful punch that is. Timed it superbly. On the back foot. Didn't seem to be going all the way, but it does. Super timing.
Didn't seem like he hit it very hard either. This one straight to the fielder. Well stopped. Very easy and elegant. Ahmed bin Nasir. And of course, he's international caliber, and it's been that way for a long time. He's waiting to get eligible to play for Bahrain. Scoring tons of runs in the domestic circuit of Bahrain. And just loves the extra cover region and the mid-wicket region too.
Yeah, we saw that one punch on the extra cover region. That was brilliant hit. So the flow is not stopped. The runs are still quite coming through for Bahrain. They're on the right track to chase down 160. Yeah, just that soft hands you need to play. David needs a little more time maybe. And also Bahrain doesn't seem to be in a hurry.
Hurried on to him this time. David Killen Matthias. One delivery left to finish the 10th. And look how similar it is to Sunil Narayan. Would want to improve his efficacy as well, similarly. The way he finishes as well. The way he finishes and gets ready for a return catch if there is any. Good delivery. A single to finish it off. 89 for 1 at the end of 10. Change in voices. You've got Shoaib Ahmed with Mikhail Baswani.
Wait, Sadi. Ravi, good Ravi.
At the halfway stage, Bahrain 89 for 1. This game is there for them to win unless they do anything silly. 9 wickets in hand as Zafar to continue. Almost getting an inside edge. That one went with the arm. Welcoming Shoaib Ahmed alongside me for the next 5 overs.
Thank you, Mikhail. That was just going to go right between the bat and pad. Luckily, Ahmed, in fact, it was David who took that single.
Keep working, keep working.
Nasser on strike. He was. Oh, he goes aerial. 2-3 bounces to the fielder. Matthew Spoors at long off. Spoors was instrumental in inflicting that run out last evening of the last ball when Naseem Khushi from Oman fell short and the home side lost by 1 run.
That's a beautiful hit from David. That's gone all the way. That's the biggest six of the night. And what a time to hit that. David was just crumbling under pressure, but that hit will break all that pressure into a lot many pieces.
He's a towering personality. Not much of follow through on that effortlessly. And that's been deposited in the administrative block of the Oman Cricket Academy. How easy he made it look. Not much of a bat swing as well. No follow through. Goes to show the kind of power and timing he can impart when he gets going. This time just flicks it on the full towards mid-wicket. They're looking for the second. And they're inching towards that 100-run mark.
Yes, what is nice about that approach is that they're hitting those sixes and also taking those singles. So they are keeping that run rate in check. If you're an Omani fan, that's not good news for you. Because if Bahrain win this game, it's going to be very difficult for Oman to qualify. Meanwhile, this another beautiful looking shot from the bat of Ahmed this time. Plays it on the full and guides it behind square for 4 runs.
David, Mathai and Keelan looking very good. Oh, that's chipped in the air. Played very away from the field at cover to the left of long off. And that's a good point you made, Shoaib, about this win by Bahrain not being good news for Oman. That's because both Bahrain and Canada will have 3 wins apiece, and both of them will be left to play Saudi Arabia. And even if Oman go on to beat Bahrain and Canada, they'll still have only 3 wins, and compared to the 4 if they put it past Saudi Arabia. And that's why it's not great news for Oman.
Yes, meanwhile, the game is not yet done, so we are not sure who's going to win this game. We know the tide can turn at any point in time in the game. Datta comes into bowl. He's a very nippy spinner, very quick in the air, doesn't flight the ball. Can be classified as a medium pace bowler who can spin the ball.
And more often than not, they are labelled as the mystery spinners who just get a little bit of deviation off the surface because of those magical fingers that they have. Once again, just overcommitting into that shot, playing a little too early, a single towards mid-wicket. So David Keelan Mathias has just found a little bit of momentum in his innings. He's taken his time.
Is that I'll be trying to look for wickets. That variation in the pace should be key for Datta.
Going deep in the crease, just trying to find that region between backward of point and short third. What a turnaround of events it's been. Bahrain almost put it past Canada when they stole a win from their end. And tonight, just trying to make it even. Bahrain are cruising in pursuit of 161.
Rocked on the back foot, played it towards the mid-wicket. Gets a single and will be the end of the over as well.
107 for 1 after 12 overs. The required rate 6.75 at the moment. 9 wickets in hand here for Bahrain. Looking well and truly in control of this chase. As we see a change in bowling. They decide to bring their left arm seamer. Sanaullah Kaleem.
Get some hand on that, the keeper.
That did get an outside edge on the way to the wicket-keeper. Srimanta tried his best, leaping to his right. Just went in vain. Bahrain have had their share of luck this evening, but they made it count.
That was a half a chance, should have been taken. Vijay Ratne getting his hands onto it, but just couldn't hold on. Flicked off the pads this time, it's in the gap. No chance for a second. As Aaron Johnson cuts that off. It's 109 on the board already for Bahrain, and they need to score at approximately 6.7 and over from here on to win this game.
Nicely played towards deep square leg. Another single, make that 110. Another 51 runs needed. This has been a well-constructed chase, and it has been led by the captain Sarfaraz Ali, who decided to choose the aggressive mode and get their team closer to the target.
Yes, and this innings from David Matthias can also not be undermined here in the context of the game. The way he held the innings together, didn't give away that chance, just held that one end up. And that has allowed Bahrain to be in a very comfortable place right now in this run chase. Short ball down the leg. Looking at the umpire is everyone. And as the umpire signals, that's going to be one for the over.
And credit has to be given to the team management to promote David Keelan Matthias as well. Sensing an opportunity, a score that was not around the 180, 190s. Told the batter, go get your eye in, play yourself in. Sarfaraz Ali playing the big hits from the other side helped him further to just take his time. And he's done well to still hang in there. Oh, that's nicely played, and that should be a boundary as well. That's a very poor line and an extremely poor length as well. Coming at an angle, angling towards the leg side, shot, fine leg up in the circle. That's bread and butter for David.
Easy pickings for David. He's spent a lot of time on that wicket, so he knows and can trust the bounce. And as you rightly mentioned, Mikhail, coming around the wicket, bowling it down the leg side is a big sin. It's criminal to be bowling there. He just had to place it in the gap, David, and he did that. 4 more runs added to the total.
On the full, played towards mid-off for another single. This has been a very fine partnership growing between the two.
End of the 13th over, it's 115 on the board.
Datta's continue. 115 for 1.
Oh yes, Nick.
Again, accurate as always. But it's the wickets that Canada need to just bring about a shift in momentum. And as you can see, Matthias 41 and 39. He's looked good, taking his time. Nasser has blended in very well. 16 and 14. This is a good partnership.
Catch it.
Datta continues, and they're happy to rotate strike and take those singles off Datta, not trying to accelerate. They still got a lot of time on their hands and also wickets in their bank. So yes, as of now, Bahrain are clearly the favourites in this second innings of the game.
Nick, come Nick.
Too close to cut. That's why it shows it's so important for the top order to fire sometimes on a surface like this. Canada lost 3 wickets. Can still remember the first 3 batters scored 0-4-4. And ever since then they've been struggling to get a total. And here the start has been good for Bahrain. Top 2 getting off. Playing the wrong length. And finally Datta has been rewarded for his accuracy. Nasser departs.
Yes, he strikes Datta, and just at the right time they wanted a breakthrough in that partnership. Ahmad bin Nasser trying to play it across the line, going on the back foot was never a good idea. He perishes in the process. So it's wicket number 2 down for Bahrain. He scored 16 of 16 deliveries. 116 for 2 is the score.
You see that one? You flick for 6. Nikki. Come boys, come boys.
That's a leg. Middle. That's a middle.
Sadi. Two to come. Couple more wickets at foot.
Sohail, the man who's done the bulk of the scoring for Bahrain. 3 consecutive 50s for him. He's been in supreme form and he enjoys such situations. Look at that strike rate of his, 160. Best of 80 not out. 213 runs for him in the 4 games. And he's off the mark in a flash. He's looking for the second. They're running the first run fast. Very good cricket. Rather more accurate throw would have just kept everyone interested.
Yes, Sohail Ahmed, he's the man. He's the player, the cricketer, the batter, the athlete that Bahrain will bank on in this run chase. He's the one who scored on a consistent basis, the most prolific run scorer for Bahrain, Sohail Ahmed. He's out there in the middle, and Bahrain will feel very comfortable and in safe hands when he's playing. David Keelan Matthias, 42 of 40, is looking solid at the other end. Last ball of this over from Nikhil, and also his last ball of the spell.
Hi, Nikki.
Pulls it on the pads. Very cautious Sohail Ahmed on that last ball. 14 overs have been bowled. Bahrain are 118 for 2.
Come, Harshik.
Bowling change, right arm over.
Sadi. Pala. Come in.
Bahrain need 43 and 36. It's a straightforward chase, 8 wickets in hand. And in form, David Keelan Matthias batting on a runner ball 42. Tucker has been introduced into the bowling attack. Was a little expensive in the first over, going for a 6 and a 4.
Keyword working, boys. Keep working, boys.
Captain showing faith in him and saying, "You are my man. Go get me a breakthrough."
Sadi good, Sadi good.
This was expensive in the first over, 14 runs. An off spinner by Trade. Bowls this one outside off. And good fielding at short covers by the captain himself, Saad bin Zafar.
Wicket's coming, lads. Playing beauty, Harshi.
Will get a single, David, and give the strike to Sohail Ahmed. He's the man for the
Come, boys. Come, boys.
run chases, I feel, Mikhail. He's got that temperament and he's got the ability and the knack of finishing games for his side.
Middle
Keep
covering.
working, Harshi. Come,
Oh yes, he's a
boys.
busy cricketer, Sohail. He likes taking responsibility. His match awareness, alertness is
Come, Harshi. Come, Harshi.
at the same
Come,
time
boys.
very, very good. Just the kind of batter you need in these situations to take the team through. That went with the arm, reached out to it, single towards cover sweeper. (41 and 32). You don't need to do anything silly.
Come, boys. Come, boys. Come, Harshi.
Certainly this performance by Bahrain will open up that equation, or rather clear the equation for many. And with the match in hand against Saudi for each of these teams, and if they can fancy their chances against them, they could well and truly be on top of the points table with a win advantage over Oman. Quicker, flatter, another single towards mid-wicket.
Back up, guys.
This has been a silent over for Bahrain.
Keep going, lads.
Nothing spectacular coming out of it. Canada will be happy to take the game deep, while Bahrain will want to finish things off with at least an over to spare. Last ball of the 15th over.
Catch it.
That's been hit straight towards mid-wicket, in the gap as well. And as I was saying, nothing spectacular in that over until now. A spectacular shot from the bat of Sohail Ahmed to end the over. 15 overs, 125 for 2. Change in the voices in the com box. It's going to be Suhas Vedam and Abid Ibrahim.
Let's go. Let's go. No worries. No worries. Yo, where am I?
15 overs gone, 1-2, 4 for 2. 37 required of 30 balls is more than achievable with 8 wickets in hand. Bahrain would believe they can get there to upset the rhythm. Canada need to pick up wickets at regular intervals, and Amar has been trusted to do so. He's got a lot of cushion in the deep on the leg side. Does Amar. Crucial over this. Slower delivery, shot ball. David Keelan Matthias, at the end of the day, he wants to bat through, and that's exactly why he was sent up top, to get some deliveries under his belt. Come the big game, can launch into them right away.
Run a ball knock for David Keelan here. He's making it count, and he's made sure that one end is occupied. He's not losing that one any time here. That's very important when you're chasing 160.
And what about Sohail Ahmed, the man in form?
It will be first occasion where he might not reach his 50.
Let's stick with a single. No, he'll get another because Spoors couldn't collect it cleanly.
Nothing favouring Canada here. And what a solid performance this is from Bahrain. Now you can sense the team, Canada's chips are down. You don't see them usually losing hope. But this game, it seems to be a little bit, the body language, if you can read, of the fielders is dropping down. And the team Bahrain can sense the victory here. This has been a solid performance from Bahrain. This is the second encounter with Canada. We thought Canada might go up for the challenge.
Very good delivery. But still, he's got to look for that single and will get it. Proactive running between the wickets. This is good cricket all around. This is what you want to see in MazaPlay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series. Just love the intensity there.
100%. Well, all these players have given their 100% despite any team being any individual. They really have given their 100%. Remarkable stuff.
Remarkable indeed. Now, he played it with soft hands and was certain that he can cover the yards required. David had already ran to the other end. David being the taller of the two, it was fewer yards for him. Fewer strides for him. Perhaps not fewer yards, but fewer strides for sure. 32 or 26. The equation still under control. Sohail Ahmed, someone in form. David Mathias has been there for a long time. He can get that odd boundary as well. Amar knows that this game's about a wicket at this stage. Ruffle some feathers. Set the cat amongst the pigeons. A wicket can bring another. Perhaps a couple of dot balls on either side of it. You never know. But something has to be done to break the momentum of Bahrain if Canada want to not leave it too late. Very good delivery. Very good delivery. Sohail Ahmed also went at it with hard hands this time.
Yeah, Amar has been an exceptional yesterday. Even today the team expects from him the same. But this man, 350s in a row for Bahrain just before this game, and still now scoring 10 runs, and he will try to make sure he stays right till the end and take the team Bahrain over the line.
Bahrain will believe this is straightforward. 32-25. Glorious delivery. Where was his hiding? He's not appealing. Khalid, he knows that there is daylight between batter and the ball. Srimanta was interested though. What a peach of a delivery to end his third over. Amar, 16 overs gone. 129 for 2 Bahrain.
Bowling change, right arm over.
Desert Cup T20I Series broadcast and streaming partners. Sportseye, Fancode, Atrangi, Ullu, Ultra, Willow, Geo Super and Geo. It's an ITW Pro G and TPD 360 production. Bringing you this wonderful pictures of our favorite sport indeed. You're watching MazaPlay.net presents Desert Cup 2022 T20I Series. Just loving every bit of this quadrangular, Rabbit.
Well, indeed. And especially we've been spoiled by the second game every day. We get a cracker of a game.
And just find you in the com box alongside as well.
Oh, it's always been a pleasure. Yesterday there was a lot of emotional moments.
100% involving one of these two teams. That grew on him. He didn't get the elevation but will land safely. David Mathias is working towards a half century. He spent a lot of time, but time is all that he wanted under his belt today. Come the big games as well. He's anchored the innings really well.
I think he's got the game in control as well. Played a runner ball knock. That's what you needed. You need to do exactly what is the plan and the coach is set for you. You really don't need to play out of your box when you're chasing, and you need to control the game.
Absolutely. It wasn't 195. It was a modest total. 160. And then comes Sohail Ahmed, who's been in tremendous touch ever since he's packed his bag. got his visa and decided to come to Oman.
Well, he's still flying, and the ball is flung. What a great shot now, one after the other. We saw David does that earlier, and this time it is his partner, Suhail.
The ball flies all right. Before that, Sohail did too for a bit. Excellent shot.
Great shot there. He's just executed. Damaging now the more chances of Bahrain. Playing from the underneath. He knew Dylan is a length bowler. The similar kind of a delivery was punished by David earlier.
25-22. Equation neutralized at the moment. And Sohail Ahmed, I think, is looking for another at this stage to try and finish this off early and not take it deep. Good delivery. This is a good delivery from Dylan. But Sohail Ahmed knows that a 6 has also come by in this over. If it's not there to be hit, quietly pick up a single. David Keelan Matthias, he needed runs under his belt. His team would be mighty pleased by the fact that he's standing on the cusp of what would be a deserving half-century. What would be a half-century played according to the team's requirement. He might not be the flashiest in this effort of his with the bat in hand, but he's done just what the team required. Man, a deep mid-wicket posted for David Keelan Matthias.
His captain would be proud. His coach would be proud.
Opens the face of the bat. It's gone through. He'll call for 2. No, he'll settle for a single. Ravinder Pal Singh is one of the quickest. Just for a moment, Sohail Ahmed wanted to tee off. Soon they realized no single would suffice.
Well, now the sense has been prevailed that earlier they ran on the missed field, they lost their captain, and now this time they did not run because they saw the result earlier. Very well judged. Another runnable location here which favors Bahrain. They got 8 wickets in hand. What else you can ask when Sohail Ahmed is smashing some deliveries out of the park as well.
He could have put a full toss away anywhere he wants. Instead, he chose to caress it through covers. Spoors is after it. The bit of dew saw him slide further than required. Does well to dispatch the throw as well as saved certain 2 runs. 2 certain runs, rather. That would have been 4 more. Sohail Ahmed, he just eased it in the gap. Didn't try to hit it hard at all. It was all about the amount of bat percentage he wanted to provide to that piece of leather. Spoors was good.
Yeah, managed to keep the ball away while he was still sliding. One final delivery from Dylan.
Good delivery. This one didn't bounce as much, but well negotiated at the end of it. 17 overs gone, 140 for 2.
Keep working. Come on, Mari.
David Keelan Matthias has been as solid as a rock at one end. 48 of 48 for him. Sarfaraz and Emmer have played their part in this contest. Sarfaraz made a well-deserved half-century before he was caught short by a good throw from Harsh Thakur. Sohail's out there, 19 of 12. There's Veera Pajaran, Haider, Sachin, Danish, a lot of batting to come. Poor delivery, and deliveries of this kind, if they continue, they don't need to come out and bat. These 2 can finish it off for Bahrain.
Just 20 runs away from 3 overs. Seems to be in a lot of control there. A lot of chat and bunters going around at the dugout of Bahrain, pardon me. Just they wanted maybe a flick from David. Maybe they are hurrying in that, get him that half century. They're all waiting for his 50. They'll celebrate it out.
Sohail wants that single. wasn't there. A dot ball here. 20 of 17. Amar has not picked up a wicket yet, but to be honest, he's kept it tight. The standings suggest that this game's very, very crucial for not just the two sides who are out there at the moment, but one more. Oman, the home side. Canada in their 3 have won all 3. Oman, out of their 4, have won 2 and lost 2. And Bahrain are number 3. But if they pick up 2 more points here, they'll be mirroring Canada's points with 6. And if Canada win this one, then they go to 8 and remain on top. The team sandwiched in between, Oman, would be praying for Canada.
Yeah.
Picks up a single on the cusp of what will be a good half century if he gets there.
The very interesting phase we are at this tournament where the one team cheers to the other. Well, that's kind of a moment it is. Oman is clearly cheering for Canada. They have got a defeat of 1 run, very barest of the margin. And that's why they have a slight better net run rate, just slight.
Very well played. Full face of the bat, little risk, and a single will do the trick. Now on 49, David Keelan Matthias.
Boy, this man Swell is middling the ball so well. The way he's playing Ammar Khalid so easily, it says about his form. He's in a brilliant form. It looks in his supreme form. What a great nick this has been also. And now 20 runs of just 13 deliveries, where his partner is 1 shy of 50.
Peak swing and a miss. Let's go to wait a while. David Keelan Matthias wanted to get there in style as well. It's a shot that he's played before and got runs of 6 of them, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that was against Dylan. Now it's Ammar. A little different here. Ammar is a smart bowler who really knows that David won that 1 run and he's making it a little difficult for him. Giving him width. Go for the shot.
50 would be important for David Keelan Matthias' confidence, yes. Staying there till the end even more so would be appreciated. He's flicked it away in superb style. Man in the deep has put in the dive. David Matthias will stick with a single as he gets time to get some oxygen and also raise the bat if required. No, subdued celebrations here. I think he's just about realized he's reached his half century, but subdued celebrations as he treats the personal milestone of less importance compared to the 17 more to get in 13 balls.
Yeah, he's very much in the game. It's just that kind of a moment where every single run is being calculated that you need to get your team home. That's kind of a day it is for David. All that hard work he's put in, all that yard, he just want to do the final 2 overs good.
There are ways of giving a man confidence. A big match player confidence. Oh, this one's flying away. That was 6 the moment it touched the bat. What a shot to bring up 150 for Bahrain. 150 for 2. 150 for 2. 11 required of the last 2 overs. Equation well under control for Bahrain with 8 wickets in hand. David Keelan Matthias has walked out with one mission, that is to stay there till the end. He sort of justified that by not even raising his bat for his own half century, which he got in 52 balls though. The idea is to stay there till the end and do a world of good to the confidence. I just love the fact that the management chose this particular game to give more confidence to David Keelan Matthias because they know he can be a match winner.
Plenty of options there for Bahrain in the opening slot, especially everybody performed. That's more important. Their batting absolutely clicked.
Cushion of 10 for Canada. Now cushion of 9 for Canada.
Really hard it is. Really hard it is when you just got that 160. We thought we might have a match out of it. And even the Canada was feeling that they might get the game by scoring 160.
I'll tell you what, Canada has won by the margin of 1 run just last night. So they know how to handle pressure during crunch situations. They want to take this game close. You never know. Higher on the bat, once that single, we'll get it.
Well, there's 2 hurdles in the way, which is Swale and David. Both of them now looking solid. David, with spending a lot of time at the center, can see the ball really well, and he's just past his 50. You never know, he might go for the clearing the fence.
9 of 10, even if a wicket falls here, don't be surprised if Veera Pajiran walks out. Just get a feeling that Bahrain would have discussed they don't want to take it too deep. David Matthias has found the gap. He will get 4. It's one of his favorite shots. Got it first time, didn't the second time, but third one's connected and placed really well.
Well, before this, Kaleem had a plan. He posted a man there as well, challenged him with the short length, and David now can smile. It took a while for him to smile. He loves to play that shot. They had this fielder there exactly to take that catch, but just slightly away from him. And now Canada can feel they're almost at the door.
Love that camera work as well. 5 required of 9 now. Good slower delivery. Good slower delivery from Kaleem Sana. He's not happy with the previous delivery. He's just bowled a beautiful one, but he's still concerned about the ball that went for 4 because that's deflated the equation here in favor of Bahrain. 5 runs required of 8 balls. And if David connects this one and sends it for 4, the game would be virtually done in this over itself. 5 of 8, what is David thinking? Does he take it till the last over? Sohail doesn't mind because he's someone in form. 27 of 15 yet again.
1 hit away from the victory, Bahrain.
Solidly defended.
Right into the block hole. Exactly the delivery is needed over here. So if we go to the final over, 5 runs will be slightly big. We might have the game out of it. It's time when we are getting slightly excited. We want this. We got spoiled by the parties every time we get the final over match in an exciting one, and this is nothing else than that. That's what we expect. A wicket, a fight back from Canada.
But that's not the best delivery of Kana Salim, and he's put that away for 4. Kaleem Sana. Malapropism. What a way to finish the over though with a boundary. Scores a level, 160 for 2. Bahrain on the cusp of what would be another important win. 160 for 2 scores a level. 1 required. Sohail Ahmed on strike. Ravindrapal Singh, who provided the impetus with a bat in hand, who got them to a total which is respectable. Now has been given the ball in hand to save that 1 run. Canada trying to take this to a super over perhaps.
They got every man inside the ring.
He smashed it straight down the ground. That will go for 4 and be the winning hit. Sohail Ahmed, once again cool and calm, finishes it off. And Bahrain win with 5 balls to spare. They've humbled Canada. And of course, learnt a lot from what transpired in the previous game when these two sides met. This is a team which is growing from strength to strength. Sarfaraz Ali's Bahrain.
What a tournament this has been. Bahrain winning 2 games against the big side, Canada, and Canada beating Oman yesterday. What a great encounter we witnessed yet again. Bahrain winning by 8 wickets. That's a huge margin of defeat there. And they might fancy their chances going into the next stage as well, because the points table are yet to be open. It's open for all 3 teams.
Yes, Abid, clinical performance with the ball in hand. Then suddenly they leaked runs towards the end. It became 161, the target, which easily could have been 131. But they didn't lose hope. They sent David Mathias up top with a clear script to stay there till the end and get it sealed, get the game sealed in their favour. And that's what he did. Was there for ball 1, was there till the final ball. Terrific innings from David Mathias. And Sohail, of course, the man in form, provided the finishing touches, with David Mathias being the main architect.
Well,
all in all, a great innings by Sarfaraz Ali himself, who's back in form as well. This team, Bahrain, is converting itself and transforming itself into Bahrain 2.0 with a performing captain, a settled middle order, a designated finisher, and David Mathias back in form as well, as he's also shown to be a good floater. One of the most complete sides in this quadrangular series, Desert Cup T20I Series, brought to you by Mazaplay.net. We're in for some more thrilling games for sure, Rabit.
Well, indeed, they got a very solid batting lineup. All these batters have performed each and every batter impressed. Imran Javed the other day, the captain today, and David got an opportunity and availed it from both the hands, scoring 59 unbeaten of 57. He applied himself, watched there, he was been there from the first ball to the last delivery, and Sarfaraz doing his job, quick fire, over 200 strike rate, and Ahmed bin Nasir played a runner ball 16, but this man, Sohail, is in incredible form. Every time he comes, he speaks about runs. He's Willow talks and talks really well. 350s before this game, and today not out 31. What a player he is.
Indeed, an excellent cricketer. Sohail in Canada with their ball in hand. Problems, a lack of wickets. Nikhil Datta did pick up a wicket, and one was run out of Sarfaraz Ali. Those are the only 2 wickets they were able to manage. In Canada were very much underprepared for what they got with the opening stand. 81 runs. That was a brilliant opening stand compared to Canada's, where they lost wickets at regular intervals today. But they needed a wake-up call. They needed a game from which they can bounce back. This would be a big learning curve for Canada, and they would believe it's come at the right time as well, come this big tournament. What a good run chase this has turned out to be for Bahrain. Very stylish there. Captain Sarfaraz was just hitting the ball magically well today. That was David as well, chipping in. And then stand and deliver. Stand and deliver. Those are the words that Sarfaraz writes in his diary almost every day. Excellent shots, no half measures, clean as a whistle, and the ball just stopped itself from flying. Well, that's when he was a little lazy, I thought. That's when he was a little lazy and found himself back in the hut. But the ball just never stopped flying. David Mathias stayed there. Heimer also provided some impetus. But then David and Sohail finished it off. Poor delivery where David just had to show the face. And then straight down the ground, sending it for 4. Sohail said, "Thank you very much for another opportunity with a bat in hand to prove myself. The game is done and dusted." A sigh of relief for Bahrain as they have ensured they pick up a win against Canada. The upshot of the game, 160 for 6 Canada, thanks to Pargat Singh's 61 and a late recovery from Ravindrapal Singh's blitzkrieg towards the end. 47 of just 18 balls. Rizwan was terrific with the ball in hand. 3 for 25 for Raymond. Satya picked up 2 as well, while Imran picked up a wicket. Bahrain in response with a bat in hand. David Keelan Matthias gets a lot of confidence from an unbeaten 57 today as he anchored this run chase, with Sarfaraz Ali providing the impetus early on with his quick fire 56 in just 26 balls. Sohail Ahmed, 31 not out in 16 deliveries, also ensured that the finishing touches are provided. Bahrain pick up the 2 points for themselves. Nikhil picked up a wicket, but no other bowler shine today for Canada, and that was a problem indeed. Let's find out what happens at the post-match presentation with Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for yet another entertaining and an exciting game that we all witnessed here at the Al Amirat Cricket Academy. It was Canada taking on Bahrain. Bahrain winning the toss, deciding to bowl first, and well, what a great start they had in the first inning. Getting some quick wickets was the key in that first innings, restricted to Canada to a below par score of 160 for the loss of 6 wickets. In reply, well, it was all about the captain, Sarfaraz Ali, who was absolutely all guns blazing, went out, attacked, and got them the start that they needed. In the end, it was a close encounter in terms of when they finished the game, but it was a comfortable win in the end for Bahrain. And now Canada have been handed out their first defeat in the tournament thanks to an all-round performance from Team Bahrain. Joining me in the post-match presentation will be the 2 captains first up. So let's have a quick word with the captain of Canada, Saad bin Zafar. Saad, overall a good game of cricket. Of course, both teams played really well. Where do you think you lacked in that game tonight?
I think credit to their bowlers. I think they bowled really well up top. They put pressure on us in the power play. We lost some early wickets, and that's where I guess we had a shaky start. We recovered well, but I still think if we had 15 more runs, we could have had the game. Even with the total that we had, we just needed to pick up some early wickets in the power play, but credit to their batsmen, especially Captain Sarfraz, how he batted in the power play and put the pressure right on us, and I guess that's where we felt the pressure and lost the game basically.
I think Bahrain is growing in confidence and nobody expected that kind of performance from them. What do you make of that team and especially that performance tonight?
I think they're a really good side, but in T20 you cannot take anybody easy. You know, we have seen it over and over again. So any team on the day is not to be taken lightly. I think they're playing exceptionally well cricket. We just have to play our best cricket on every day to win a game.
Hard luck tonight and all the best.
Thank you very much.
That was the captain of Canada, Saad bin Zafar. Now it's time to speak to the winning captain, the team for Bahrain. Of course, it was a great performance. Also happens to be the player of the match. It is going to be Sarfaraz Ali, and he'll be handed over the player of the match memento by the match referee, Mr. Haider Ali. Brilliant performance with the bat, 56 runs of 26 deliveries from the captain, Sarfaraz Ali. 5 sixes and 5 fours in that innings. Thank you. Thank you. सरफराज मुबारक हो आपको, परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छी थी और कनाडा जैसी टीम जिन्होंने अब तक एक भी मैच नहीं हारा था उनको आपने हराया, तो कैसा फील कर रहे हैं आप?
बहुत अच्छा फील कर रहे हैं। हमारे लिए ये मैच टफ था टूर्नामेंट के लिए, एवरेज के लिए भी। तो हमारे बॉलिंग ने बहुत अच्छी बॉल की है, तो ऊपर से मेरी फॉर्म भी लग गई है।
तो बिल्कुल आपकी बैटिंग की बात करते हैं हम। आज आपको बिना बोले नहीं जाने देंगे, तो जल्दी से बताइए कि क्या सोच थी उसके पीछे, क्योंकि हम जानते हैं आप पहले 6 ओवर्स में बड़े खुल के खेलते हैं, पिछले कुछ मैचेस में नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन आज क्या अलग किया आपने कि आपके रन्स आ गए?
आज थोड़ा सा माइंड में था कि मैच हमारे लिए क्रूशल है, कुछ माइंड में था कि थोड़ा रुक के खेलना है, तो पावर प्ले में स्ट्रगल करना है, तो रन्स इस वजह से।
बैटिंग भी अच्छी हुई है, बॉलिंग भी अच्छी हुई है। आगे चल के क्या इरादा है फाइनल्स खेलने का, और अगर खेलेंगे तो कौन सी टीम के खिलाफ खेलना चाहेंगे फाइनल्स?
इंशाल्लाह पार्ट ऑफ गेम क्रिकेट, कोई भी टीम आ सकती है, इंशाल्लाह हम फाइनल खेलेंगे।
चलिए, ऑल द बेस्ट एंड मुबारक हो आपको।
थैंक यू सर।
दैट वाज द कैप्टन एंड आल्सो द प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच इस तरफ से for the game, and that's it from the post-match presentation. An entertaining game, as I said, but before we let you go, let's head back to our comms.
Thank you very much, Shoaib. Yes, indeed, the captain of Bahrain is back in form. The two games that we had today, absolutely brilliant. Oman first picking up a win against Saudi Arabia, and then in the second game, Canada versus Bahrain. Bahrain ensuring that they win by 8 important wickets. The points table now, it's spiced up. Canada with 6 points after their 4 games with 3 wins and a loss, and Bahrain mirroring them, only separated by 0.03 in net run rate. Oman slipped down to number 3, and Saudi Arabia yet to open their account. It's a double header, and we promise you more cricket in this cricket carnival. Canada will take on Saudi Arabia first up, and just when we are licking our lips about that particular contest, we'll have Oman take on Bahrain. Oh, what a big game that would be. Coming to you live from Al Amarat Cricket Stadium in Oman at 8 p.m. local time. So do join us. Then it's going to be cracker indeed. That's all we got for you from today's broadcast. But we'll leave you with some of the magical moments of the day. Until we meet tomorrow, it's goodbye and good night from all of us here at Oman Cricket Academy.